Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Hit the opera on you nookers. Well, from watching the game and stuff, the Clippers got blown out, but this is what we see all the time from the Pelicans. The Pelicans looks like basically the thing is the Pelicans always come up like this. And they basically shot themselves in the foot or hurt themselves because they'll play good for a little bit and then all of a sudden they collapse. They collapse. And I don't know why they do it. Like, they look like a tough team to beat, and then all of a sudden they play terrible. Is it because of the competition or whoever they're going against? What is it? To me, the problem is that Stan Van Gundy, to me, has a disconnect with the young core. And we've seen this with a lot of old school coaches that the game has passed them by. However, we've seen some coaches who are old school who continue to be great because they put certain players around them or put certain players in their system. And that's the thing. We're live. Come on through. We're live. What's up, Sean? So that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing I see is that I feel like the Pelicans should be in the 5th or the 4th seed right now. They have the talent, but the thing is, yeah, they're still playing. But the thing is, they keep playing great to some of the teams that are good or great, but then when they play against the low, like the sorry teams, they struggle. And I just don't get it. And to me, Stan Van Gundy has this issue. His issue is a lot of times his teams, they'll be good for a minute, but they don't know how to stay consistent. Now, when he was in Orlando and he was the head coach, him and the GM were able to put players around Dwight Howard to fit his skill set, which Dwight Howard was inept on offense, but defensively, Dwight Howard was a problem. And then you added Hedo, who nobody knew Hedo could play but them and others. And then they added Rashard Lewis, who in Seattle for a decade, was just a sharpshooter in the corner. What's up, Nick? So basically, all Stan Van Gundy teams, they play like this for a little bit, then they'll do good, and then they'll go back to being the same. His personnel, to me, has been a problem with how he rotates his players. Not only that, let's look at Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball is very up and down. To me, he's more down than he's up. And he's basically playing like he lost his girlfriend some nights. he plays like he's lost, or he doesn't know what the play is or know what's going on. And that's bothersome. Now, he came out hot. He shot the Clippers out the game early on. Like first quarter was the Lonzo and Zion Williamson show. The second quarter, you started to see Brandon Ingram started to heat up. And Paul George, no planners Paul, didn't show up. Kawhi missed some shots. And when he missed some shots early, it seems like Kawhi just goes downhill after that. But to me, it was just a game they took lightly. The Pelicans punched them in the mouth, got the W. The second half, the supporting cast just destroyed. And then Reggie Jackson got baptized. Did you see that, Nick? When Reggie Jackson got dunked on, it was so nasty. But as much as I don't like Reggie Jackson still was able to put up his points when it mattered. In the third quarter, he kept those guys in the game because they were out of it for a minute. He kept the game within 20. Nobody else decided to play, so they lost. The Clippers got blown out, and the Clippers have to do some soul searching. They have to figure out when they're getting beat down, they have to figure out how they can control the game. And one of the things that I'm seeing is, what's up, Vaping? One of the things that I feel is really hurting the Clippers is they get into these periods of the game where they're shooting too much, where they're shooting too many threes. Not only that, they're not playing defense. Their defense has really gotten poorish ever since Doc left. Their defense is going downhill. And I don't know what the reason for that is. I don't know why it's like that, but they have not looked good defensively all year. Now, some games when they lock down, they do their job, they're able to rotate, the guy's able to play the backside. But for the majority, they don't basically play with that killer will that I like to see from a championship team. Games like this, you can't get blown out by damn near 30-some points. You can't do that if you're looking to be a championship team. Just like I gave Steph Curry some hell last live, I'm going to give the Clippers some hell. The Clippers are not looking good to me in certain games. Some games they'll play great. They'll do what they got to do, like the last game against the Warriors. They played great. The Warriors came back and had a big win tonight. So the Clippers, it seems like they play up to their competition. What's up, Mr. KC? What's up, Terrell? Yeah, I seen your Bulls won. So I think the Pelicans have underachieved. Now, to me, the Clippers, they've overachieved because I didn't expect the Clippers to be in the fourth seed or third. I thought they would be more 6 or 7-ish because they lost Harrell and they really never found a point guard. But what I noticed that they're doing is they're basically putting Paul George with the second unit to run the point. Or they'll switch him with Kawhi out for that. Reggie Jackson, they rarely play him. Pat Bev and Serge got hurt. Yeah, exactly, Nick. That's what happened. They got hurt earlier in the game, I believe. Or they didn't play because I didn't see him. I seen him for a little bit, Pat and Serge, but then they left the game because they got hurt a little bit. They weren't good. So they missed. So that was a big reason. Yeah, Terrell, I saw it. Reggie Jackson got baptized. He got put in the grave. He got put in the grave tonight, man. It was ugly. This game was so ugly, man. It was ugly. Real ugly, man. But I think the Pelicans have underachieved. They have not looked good all year. What's up, Sterling?
No. Don't say Reggie Jackson. No, don't.
Reggie Jackson got.
No.
Oh my God. He got that.
HD, what up? What up, HD?
Did you
what
see
up,
it?
Sterling? Sterling, what up?
I was watching the game live. I was like, ooh.
Did you see what happened?
That was nasty, man.
He just scored. No, it happened after he scored a point. As soon as he scored a point, he turned.
That was nasty. It was nasty.
Dog.
Hey, but you know what, HD?
He copped back on him like this. He copped back and said, they looked at him like,
why would you jump? Like, this dude, this guy Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes, good player from when he was in Texas. The guy's like 6'10", 6'11" dude, and you trying to take a charge.
Right.
Like, you're not gonna win. That's a lose situation on that. One thing I'm mad. The ref gave him that damn tentacle shit.
Reggie Jackson was buried on March 14th this year.
I bet somebody gonna put Wikipedia on his death date.
Oh God, they are. That was nasty.
March 14th.
Hey, but you know what, HD? This is an interesting topic because I was just talking with my boys about this same thing. Like, who is like the disappointments of the year? Mm-hmm. And to me, it's the Pelicans off top. Like,
yes.
Like, I don't get why. Like, this team is talented. This team got some talent on there. They got some ballers on there, man. They should be hooping like way better than, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it either, man. I don't know. I don't know if it's coaching or what. I don't know if it's youth or what, but they should. To me, they should be further along than what they are. They should be further along than what they are.
Right.
I feel like development.
Yeah.
Because some of them, because there's some players, they're young. They're young, 19, 20, 21, 23, 23-year-old young guys. You know, they look like AAU team. They look like an AAU team.
Yeah.
For them, I would say disappointment. I would say they needed a improvement. To me, find another star. You got trade some players up there and find you a new star that can develop the game with Zion and BI. So
right. Yeah, you got to build around them too. You definitely got to build around them too.
You got to keep them too, because them two is the backbone.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I also think it has to do with coaching, man. Stan Van Gundy is a terrible.
He been a terrible coach since the Heat. Come on, man.
Right. Yeah, I think they need like a young, you know what I mean? They need a younger coach. You know what I mean? A more energetic, young type coach. You know what I mean? That's what I think they need.
That coach the Hawks let go, I think he'll fit there perfectly.
Yeah, somebody like that. Yeah. I think that'd be a cool fit.
Yeah.
Right.
He couldn't fit with Atlanta because Trey and the other boy soft. John Collins. They soft. So I think he'll do better with Zion and BI because Zion, I think I just think they tune him out sometimes. They don't like Stan Van Gundy, and Stan Van Gundy has had this problem with a lot of young players. He rubs them the wrong way. They go left.
Yeah. Right.
Like they were blowing him out. He's still trying he getting on this one guy about something. And I'm like, Stan, you guys are blowing him out by like 20 something. Like, who cares?
That's something you address in the film room. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? You on the court, like, he just always panicky. He always just seems like he's stressed or something.
Yeah. Yeah, and then in the age of social media and everything, you know, they get blown to the third degree. It could be something that you consider minor, but you know how it is, and you know what I mean? Shoot, they blow everything out of proportion. They looking for something to write about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But they played. They lost. They shouldn't have lost that Minnesota game. For
nah,
you
they
to
shouldn't.
stop this game and then you lost in the Minnesota game, you know
I'm
that's
just like,
just dumb. What's up, Nick?
It's cracking.
So
Nick. What up, Nick?
What's up?
that's just dumb to me. Like how they play, and you just lost to Minnesota.
Yeah.
And now that you lost to Minnesota, now you come out and play good. And this is the Pelicans' problem. It has been consistency. And you know, we could go to the coach, but these guys were doing this last year as well.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They were messing up. So I don't know what it is. What you think it is, Nick? Why do you think this Pelicans team has been underachieving all year?
Well, development of players, as Sterling said, can be one reason. Of course, Stan Van Gundy, as we know, has not been that good of a coach. His decisions and his rotations and how he is with the players has not been up to par. And I believe also that their bench, once again, their bench is an issue too, because their bench is really not as strong as it should be. I feel like the Pelicans need more like a scorer that can come in and play at a high level after the starters. You know what I mean? And they really don't have that.
Right.
As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I agree, Nick. I agree, man. This team should be further ahead than what they are, man.
Absolutely.
They should be a fourth or fifth seed to me. What's up, Joe?
What's up, y'all?
What up, Joe? What's up, Joe?
What up?
Joe, why do you think the Pelicans have been underachieving, especially the talent they have?
I think maybe the point guard position, man.
That's a good thing.
You know, there's only so much he can do. I think he's very limited to what he can do. They probably need another point guard to kind of facilitate a little bit better.
Yeah, a floor general would definitely help them. A veteran floor general. You know what I mean? I hate to say it, like if they had a
Chris Paul on the team right now.
If they had a Chris Paul, oh my God. Yes.
Yeah. Chris Paul would turn this team around right now.
You had these boys whipped into shape. You right.
Yeah, because Lonzo he's very off a lot, more than one. And I think that's up the dynamic, you know, and it's like also their bench, like you were saying, Goku, their bench to me is not strong. They struggle in the games they're supposed to win. And the games that they're struggling in, it's like they're in a nip and tuck battle against a team that they have no business struggling against.
You know what this team needs? This team needs like proven veterans on their team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Proven veterans. You know what I mean? Keyword. That way to, you know what I mean, lead them and show them like, yo, this is how you got to do it. Like, there's times when Zion, like, to me, like, he just gets, like, lazy. Like, he just lags. It's like, come on, dog. You got to, you know what I mean? You got to put your foot on the gas and let's go. Like, and that's got to do with his conditioning.
They're expecting him to do so well, but he's like, he don't, it's like he's still trying to fill himself out, or he's scared to get hurt.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right. I mean, there's times BI do the same thing. Now he'll have games where BI go off.
Yeah.
He'll have lapses in games. It's like, BI, where you at, bro? Like, come on. You know what I mean? You a ball, and then shit, tell him, hey, if y'all ain't gonna do it, give me the ball.
Exactly.
You know
right.
Yeah.
And really, I believe he is the most skilled player on that team right now. I think he's the best player.
Oh yeah, big time.
You know what I mean?
Big time.
You seen that stretch? You seen that stretch where he went off? They could not stop him. It was like a mismatch. The guy's like 6'10", 6'11" and could move with the ball. It's amazing. This guy here is amazing, but it's like I just don't see that fire in him.
And he got it in him. I don't think he knows he got it in him, but he got it in him. But he got to realize, like, yo, I can come out here and really kill boys. You gotta know that.
He
You know what I
could.
mean?
Yeah.
Who could stop?
You gotta right.
Who
You gotta carry that kind of like all.
Mhm.
Think about it. All your greats had that kind of arrogance. Like, yo, I can come out here and kill anybody.
Right, right.
You know what I
At any
mean?
given
And he
time.
gotta have that. Right. He
Yeah.
gotta have that. He gotta have that.
I agree with that. I just think that BI a lot of times is lackadaisical, and that's why I tell a lot of these young guys today that your ballers would not mess with our ballers, and that's the reason why. Like, people want to say you're a hater and all this, and I'm like, cool, you call me a hater, but I'm gonna keep hating it. If you want me to hate, I'll show you some hate. These players today are soft, and second of all, these players today to me are very overprivileged. They act like they act like when they step on the court that they're supposed to win, like the other team ain't gonna play. No. And this is what I've seen from the Clippers as well. The Clippers have had lapses, albeit Serge and Pat, I think, got hurt earlier in the game, so they left. But the thing is you still shouldn't have been blown out like that. I don't care. Like, you shouldn't be. You got your two best players on the team.
Exactly. I don't know how they ended up losing this game.
HD, let me tell y'all something. And this is just my personal opinion. Okay,
Yeah.
First of all, the Paul George and Kawhi experiment, that's over with. That's done.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's done. That was a disaster to begin with, because y'all got to remember, Paul George was not his first choice. That's what he had left over. Okay, so Paul George done had how many letdowns? You know what I mean? Since they've been on the team together.
Right.
So to me, in Kawhi mind, he cannot rely on Paul George. I'm telling y'all,
I see
Kawhi Leonard is gone. He's gone. He's ready to go. He's ready to go.
I don't
Paul
think
George is. I think he's gone.
I don't
Bro, I
think he's
swear,
ready to go.
I think he's
ready to move
go.
Paul George. I think he wants Paul George gone.
Yeah, but HD, you got to remember, look at all the real estate they gave up to get Paul George. So it wouldn't, you know what I mean? It wouldn't make sense to get rid of him. That, to me, that would just been stupid. Like, y'all gave all this away to get him, then y'all get him, y'all trade him. To me, he's like untradeable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
And I think Kawhi, and I think Kawhi knows that, and he's like, I cannot depend on this guy. This guy is somebody I can't depend on. I think Kawhi is gone, man. I really do. I think he's gone.
Well, KC, just like I got on Steph Curry ass, I'm gonna get on Kawhi ass. You gonna step up, bro. Like, I'm tired of all of this coddling. Like, you supposed to be the guy. You supposed to be the claw. You supposed to have the crown on your chain, and you doing all this sneak dissing. Like, dude, you gotta show like you're the guy. You're the guy that I pay money for. You're the guy that I see as the centerpiece of this franchise. And this is like, when has it been cool? Right. Yeah, I get on Paul George. We know what Paul George is.
Yeah, exactly. But at the end of the day, it's your team altogether. You know what I mean?
Thank you, Nick. Because this is how I feel. This is how I feel on it. At the end of the day, this falls all on Kawhi, because you were the one that waited to the last minute to make the decision. You were the one that came to the Clippers and said, okay, here's my terms. Paul George got to come with me. So they gave up all that real estate, and you knowing all this. So all this do fall back on Kawhi. So I'm with you 100%. Kawhi don't get a pass. Kawhi is not.
I blame Kawhi Leonard for tonight happening. You don't let your team get blown out.
You don't let him get blown out like that. Kawhi Leonard is no longer that great two-way player. He cannot do it on both ends of the court anymore. If the game against Dallas where Luka cooked him, and then the next game Giannis cooked him, if that did not tell everybody, like, yes, he is not that great two-way player. He cannot physically do it anymore.
Nope. So this falls on him. Tyron, no clue, whatever you want to call him. nothing, Lou. No planners, Paul. No, you are the leader of this team. This is your team.
It all falls back on him.
just like the Boston Celtics back with Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce took the blame if they lost. He got blamed when they lost, and he got the credit when they won. All the greats in the past went through this. So I'm tired of all of this. Oh, well, we may have to get rid of this guy, that guy. Look, man, you got to win. You brought this team together. This is who you wanted. This is who you wanted to play with. You know, those guys are role players. You're the superstar. You're the big name guy.
Well, actually, okay, you got to take this, and I'm with you 100%. I'm with you 100% on everything you just said, but you got to take this in account. All that changed with this thing they got going on in Brooklyn. I'm telling you, this thing they got going on in Brooklyn done changed a whole lot of things. Going on now and for the future. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's gonna get crazy in the NBA. Yeah.
What's up, Sean?
What up, Sean?
What's up, man?
Chilling. But that's how I feel. Like, yeah, Brooklyn doing their thing, but it's like this. I'm an old school mindset. I don't give a damn what you got going on over there. I need to get. If my house ain't right, then I ain't doing the job as the head person of the house or the leader of the team. And that's how we were held when we played high school, little league, college, professional, whatever level you played on, you got held to that standard. We just flamed Steph Curry the other night. Your ass came out and played terrible. You finna get flamed too. I don't want to hear about cricket and stuff. Kobe had knee injuries and
knee injuries out here too. Exactly.
He still took the blame.
Right. And you still a max player. You a max player. You calling your shots. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ain't no excuses. I feel you.
You think the Clippers would be better if they get Kyle Lowry? You think it'll help? It'll help them a lot better than Paul George.
I think it will, because Kyle Lowry is a better leader to me than Kawhi and Paul. Kyle Lowry can get the team to play with him. Everywhere Kyle Lowry has gone, the team has rallied around him. When he was in Houston, and then when he was in Toronto, those early years before Kawhi came with DeRozan, he's always been the vocal leader. Now, he's not the best player. I don't think he's as good as he was 2-3 years ago, but he'll help out tremendously, because what he would do is he would slow the pace down. He would get guys in place. Defensively, Kyle Lowry is very underrated. He's a pest. He also can get in your head. He can play the passing lanes well. He's good on the ball. Not as effective as 2-3 years ago. You get an older Lowry, that would help. But at the end of the day, Kawhi has got to take over. Like, you're the best player on the team. You have to put your will on these players. You have got to put your will on everybody and let them know, look, this is my team. You guys got to do this. If you don't want to do this, stay your ass.
You know the door is
man, number 14, who is your youngest guy, the youngest kid on your team, he's out playing all of y'all. He played with more heart than all of y'all, and that should not happen. That should happen at all.
That should never happen. That should never happen.
That's your young pup. Your young pup supposed to be following y'all, and you're setting bad examples for him and the other guys on your bench. See, you guys, that all of that trickles down. Body language, your performance, how you come out, what you say, what you do, how you look, how you go over here, how you handle adversity when you're down by 8 or 10. Your body language got like y'all quit. So
how do they look today? Because I've been watching Marvin Hagler fights all day, man.
Oh, they look bad, dog. Like the Pelicans came out and punched them in the mouth.
Urgency.
Urgency. Lonzo just shot them out the gym early on, and Zion was just
muscling everybody out the way.
That Hayes over Bobby Schmurda.
Yeah. Hayes Bobby Schmurda.
Wow. Man, that was nasty.
He got a technical.
Hey, that's worth it.
He deserved it.
That's worth it.
man.
That's when you the coach and you say, all right, I'll let that slide.
It looked like a Matrix, like he was in slow motion Matrix.
Man, he
Just
bodied
gonna
him.
let that happen. You can't
He
do nothing about that.
That was an old school dunk.
Man, it looked like it was in straight slow motion. I was like, damn, how it feel to get dunked on by a 7-footer like that? That's crazy.
Yeah, well, people get dunked on all the time, man.
Oh, tell me about it, man. Even Brandon Knight know about that.
Let's leave Brandon Knight alone, man. He got a little bit of dignity.
He was a solid player, though. He was
solid.
Got
crossed by Kyrie. That ended his night. Kyrie crossed the hell out of him.
Oh,
and then Kyrie stared like this.
I guess it ain't bad. You know, it's Kyrie.
We was talking about the other night, that whole leading by example, like being quiet for Kawhi Leonard. He needs to talk to his teammates. Get in their chat.
Hey, and you know what, Sean? I don't care what nobody say. I love that Steph Curry had that motherfucking blow up the other night because that shows me that motherfucker cares. That motherfucker cares. You already that shit. You know what I mean? You gotta have that kind of emotion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He heard us last night. He heard us the other night.
Yeah,
shit. He like, motherfucker, y'all gotta come on. Shit.
He came to my video with only 300 views. And he said, listen to AD because he gonna tell the truth because he only got 300 views.
Right.
And he heard me flame him.
Facts. He was getting on him. And they did good. They played solid tonight. Tonight.
Right. They sure did. Shit. Got Utah's ass.
But that's what I want to see from Steph on a nightly basis. He's capable of that. I don't want to hear this crap. Oh, he's only off the ball. No, he can take games over. I've seen Steph do it.
I want to see pissed off Steph. That's what I want to see. I want to see pissed off Steph.
Yeah.
Pissed off Steph. Watch out. You know what I mean? That's all I gotta say. Watch out. Right. Pissed off Steph. Watch out.
He out when he got home. He was, I don't want to hear that. How you should get in there, cook.
and they got the Lakers.
Man,
just
braid my hair later.
That's what I wish Kawhi would do one good time. Just like go off one good time. It kills me, man.
Right.
Like, nigga, go off, nigga.
Andrew Wiggins had a big game tonight as well.
Wiggins had a big game. That's what I was.
But that was what we was talking about. HD, like when Curry plays his caliber of style, everybody gets confident in themselves.
Exactly.
They see they star player going off. They're like, man, even Jordan Poole plays solid.
Yeah.
Nico Manning, the redhead. You know.
Yeah. I know.
Go ahead, Sterling. Yeah, Sterling was gonna say something.
Definitely. I have to give him applause to Curry because he listened. Like, now I got to run the offense now because the offense is on me now. Seeing him perform like that just from an example, like, okay, now can you do this every game you play in?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And like I said, I'm a huge I've been a Steph Curry fan since Davidson, dog. So that hurt me to have to go in on Steph. But I had I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. You're too good. I've seen something in you early on before everybody's seen it. You got that in you. You got that killer will in you. You have got to stop coming out and because your shot is off. So what? Take it to the hole. Body somebody. Get a foul. Do something, dog. And he just blew up. And that's what I want to see, a blow up. I don't want to see you going to the sideline and then you're just going to be too cool to just sit on there like.
Yeah. Because the Warriors have shown they could play top caliber teams when they get their head in the game. I mean, they play teams like Lakers, Clippers. You know, I know Clippers ended up blowing them out that last game, but they played Utah Jazz, but they're the number one in the West, and they gave them that heat. So they're definitely capable of playing on like good teams. It's just a matter of them getting out. It's just they're their own worst enemy, and that's always been Golden State's problem. Even when they had KD and Clay, even when like they were losing games, they were always like their worst enemy. Like Curry's his worst enemy when because he comes in like he doesn't know. It's like he doesn't know he's a superstar almost. Like he comes in mediocre sometimes. It's like, dude, no, you're Stephen Curry, bro. Like
Steph Curry,
somebody tell him this. You know what I mean? Like you're one of the best shooters in the league.
I don't think it's that. I think Steph Curry at times gets too. He comes in with the mindset, okay, I want to make sure everybody get theirs. Look, man, F that. You don't gotta go get yours, man. You gotta drop some buckets. Like they can say Kobe was a shot jacker, but Kobe came out there and he put it to you. And the team be like, all right, we're gonna roll with him now. Because he hot right now. He ready. Michael did the same thing. That's why I tell people Michael used to jack shots up way more than Kobe. His team was Michael be like, man, F that. If I gotta go to 60 or 70 attempts.
Exactly. Anything I can do to help my team win, I will do. At any cost. You win at all costs.
But this is how we know Curry's is a great player, because look at the people like random people compare him to in the chat. MJ, like we're talking about Kobe, like we know he's that kind of a player when he gets his mind into it, but he has those moments where it hits him hard. I don't know. Hopefully this will give him some momentum.
He does this same thing that LeBron does. They gotta wait for somebody to call them out to do something. Nigga, do it anyway. This is the thing. Because remember the Portland series, when they didn't have KD. Remember when Chris Paul, they played in without KD. When they were talking trash to them, he came out and destroyed them. He took the ball and said it's my turn.
He dominated them, dog.
Why don't you do that? That's my problem. Why don't you and LeBron do that? That's what pissed me off about them two guys. They wait for somebody to piss them off. Kevin Durant and Kyrie come out kicking your ass from the beginning.
Right.
They don't care. They gonna kick your ass. KD, he ain't brushed his hair about 2 decades. He like, look, man.
That's like one thing I always admired, like about Kobe and about Jordan. Like when they came out to the game, like when they stepped on the court, they had that attitude. Like, I'm the best motherfucker on this court, and I'm going to show y'all why I'm the best. That's the kind of right. Yeah, like that's the motherfucker you want on your team. That's the leader you want manning the ship. You know what I mean? I'm looking with that mentality, like, hey, every night we coming out like it.
Yeah. Think about it, man. That whole era didn't take no days off, man. They didn't take no games off.
Yeah,
they played every game like it's their last.
There you go, right there. Exactly.
Because in that era, and that's it was like competitive. It was
this era they so spoiled with the money. They so spoiled with the money this era, and that done took the competition out of it, because these motherfuckers is getting paid millions regardless. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's a win-win for them.
I mean, that's not the only. I would not say the money. I would not say the money. I would say politics.
No, I say the rules is ruined it. And LeBron ruined it, of course. But I'm just saying.
Too. Yeah,
I mean, it's a different game. So I mean, I miss the old Boston days, man, when Paul George was battling out. I mean, I said Paul George, Paul Pierce was battling out.
Don't ever mistake that nigga for Paul George.
You gotta take a shot on that one.
There's one mistake you made. Yeah,
you gotta take a shot on that
about Paul George, but I was like, hold on, let me talk about my guy, Paul Pierce, the truth.
No, that nigga said the truth. That's it. The truth, man.
Man, I didn't say the truth.
What my boy Benny Siegel said, the truth shall set you free.
Every time you speak to the truth,
look,
Paul George had the game like your boy, he'd be all right. If he played like the truth, he'd be all right.
Tatum, that's his problem. He don't.
Paul George. If he played like Paul Pierce, he'd be
I was
right.
definitely a Paul Pierce fan,
anyway.
but I respected his game. I respected the hell out of Paul Pierce.
Oh man, shoot, you talking to somebody who couldn't stand Paul Pierce, man? When
y'all
they
remember
beat us in 08, man.
I know
hated that
We had to hit your dagger for it.
Hey, y'all remember when Paul Pierce got wheeled out in the wheelchair? He did that. Hey, tell me why. I don't know how true it is. Yeah, tell me why. I don't know how true it is, bro. But they said he wasn't really injured. He had to go boo boo.
Yeah, he said it. I heard too. He said it on the countdown. He said it. He started laughing.
Yeah, go boo boo.
Man, Paul Pierce was a drama queen, and he milked it, came back and busted their butt, dog.
This one thing about it, like you hate him so much because he was that good. Because he was
I like Paul Pierce. I like Paul Pierce and Antoine Walker.
We don't hate him. We don't hate him. No, we don't hate him because we hate him because he was that good.
He was that good. That nigga was raw. I'd be like, man, I can't stand him.
And the thing is, like, he moves so slow on the court.
Man, HD, I just want to let you know, man, fuck the NBA right now, man. Let's talk about some March Madness.
That nigga ain't fast.
Yeah, nobody care about the March Madness, Christian. Stop
What
it.
you mean don't nobody care about March Madness? March Madness is the NBA
finals. It's gonna be
that's out of
my. It's gonna be March 18th.
All I know is I'm rolling with Florida State. That's it. I don't roll with Michigan. I don't care about nobody. I'm riding with some no.
Hey, I heard Duke is Duke in the tournament because I heard they caught.
They not.
No, dude,
they caught
North Carolina. What they did again?
What's up with Mike Krzyzewski now? What's up with Mike Krzyzewski now?
No, Duke is out. No, Duke is out. They out. North Carolina.
Y'all go on CNN. Go on CNN and look at the story about what happened to Duke right now with the quarantine, with the virus.
That helps my argument that Coach K is one of the most underrated coaches in you know what I mean?
Check this out. Look, Juwan Howard is a great coach at Michigan, baby. Because Michigan, we going all the way. Baby.
I'm going to Michigan.
Is Georgetown in the tournament?
Yeah, the referees put them there.
Okay, now stop capping.
The referees put
The referees put Georgetown there.
Is Michigan the number one seed?
I like Georgetown.
In that boy. Plus Illinois is in that. I'm like, hold on.
Michigan is
Georgetown.
Oh, Illinois.
Yeah, Georgetown.
That's my squad. Georgetown. That's my squad.
They won the Big East like tournament.
Yeah, I think
Juwan Howard to get a ring, man.
Georgetown.
Yeah.
Right.
Juwan Howard coach the Michigan team.
He got coach of the year.
He's a pretty solid
in the conference. Juwan Howard.
Juwan Howard was wrong. He got thrown out the game about to fight the other coach.
I know, because the other coach he had spit at him.
Oh, for real?
Spit at Juwan Howard. Spit at me. He said, nigga.
Wait a minute, somebody spit at him.
Well, that Chicago came out and Juwan like, mother.
That Chicago came out of him.
When you take it to that level, you know what I mean? Yeah. When you take it to that level.
That's disrespectful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what it,
you really want to fight.
Yeah, that's what I read his lips. He said, he was like, spit at me.
Wow.
He said one thing you don't do. And I think
somebody is
spit
like,
on him. Like, he was talking. I don't think he was trying
One thing you don't tell another man.
Like, what are you about, 16?
Two things you don't tell another man
not just that you want to fight. That means you want to get your ass whooped.
Hey,
two things you don't tell a man is, hey, you can suck my thing or spit on the nigga. You can't do that to me.
Hey, Joe Cool, Iowa State is nice too. They got that big white boy.
Oh, for real?
That's a no.
Yeah, Iowa State is gonna be good too. They're gonna be, I think, Iowa State and Michigan and Illinois. They're gonna meet each other at some point.
When it start like the games.
I think next Thursday because the NIT
March
starts
18th?
on Monday.
I don't care about the NIT. That's for the losers. I watched March Madness next Thursday.
Yeah. When do it start, man? When do March Madness
I think
start?
it's March 18th.
Thursday.
That's Thursday.
I'm rooting for LSU, but man, they play the team that's gonna beat the people, like really gonna bracket bust, and I'm like, oh shit. It's like Saint Adventure, something Bernard Venture, something. Them dudes
Saint
there.
Bonaventure? Saint Bonaventure?
Yeah, they gonna beat LSU.
I think Baylor get far. I got a feeling Baylor might get upset though. I don't know.
Oklahoma State, you gotta watch out for them.
Yeah, but then they beat somebody too last week.
They beat a lot of people. They lost. They lost by 2 points, and they got the number 1 draft pick. I forgot his name.
Cunningham. Talking about Cunningham.
Yeah, he the truth. Yeah. He was out there balling. He was balling. I hope he don't go to Minnesota. Your career will be going downhill. Please get my brother Edward out of there. My cousin, get him out of there. Please get him out of there.
Y'all related?
You said what?
Y'all related?
Nah. I don't know. Probably. You never know.
Got some kinfolk.
Probably.
Yeah, right.
I just said no.
Got some of that kinfolk at the cookout.
Talking about related.
I think what they need to do is just get Cat out of there and then just build around Edwards.
They need to get a coach. They need to get a coach, and they need to get the Cat out of there.
Yeah, just get the Cat out of there.
First of all, I wouldn't want to play with any nigga nickname is the Cat. That's just a red flag. I mean, and then you going out with a girl, that bend them over,
He got beef with Cat.
I mean, she wanted to slut all over Tristan Kardashian, but now she's bending the Cat over.
Wow. So crazy. You just spraying tonight, dog, man. Somebody must have pierced you.
No. Man, look, man, Boston, I'm telling you, everybody gotta go. I'm ready to get everybody out of there.
Everybody
gotta go.
All Boston need is a real coach, dog. I don't know why
real coach, man. They need more than a real coach because these niggas here ain't gonna get it done. I'm telling you, Kimber Walker. I told you, we gave Kimber we gave him the ball. He can't get it done. The Bryce is too bright in Boston.
Too bright for him, yeah.
It's too bright for him.
Send him back to Charlotte.
No, that's why he scored so much. That's why he's so good in Charlotte. It was a low market. It's a small market. He had a bigger market now.
Nah, that LaMelo got that on lock.
So what's the problem with Tatum and Brown closing?
Brown can't close. It's just that Tatum has to. He talking about Christian look like he got a 2006 Facebook picture. All right, bro.
Andrew Walker.
Look, man, this was my photo shoot, man. Fuck y'all. Look.
What kind of photo shoot was that? Christian, why your hands like that?
Sterling, at least put a picture up with yours instead of an S.
Look at Hold on now. Christian, I show my face to
sour ass niggas always got something to say.
Hold on, Christian, I show my face to females, not you.
How creative I show my face as females. Christian.
Shout out to Nine. Shout out to Nine. First Grammy.
I'm cheap.
No, he did.
First Grammy.
They did. I was happy for that.
What Nine get a Grammy for?
I'm happy for Nine, though. He's my favorite player.
The Grammys actually gave a real artist an award. That's crazy.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And then, Yeah, then you had Meg Thee Stallion. I mean, she was slurping all over Beyonce the whole time. She didn't even talk about her record.
Lord.
Jesus Christ.
Did they say Blue Ivy won a Grammy? They said Blue Ivy won.
Yeah, she did because she was featured on the record with Beyonce. It was so ridiculous.
They paid for that, man. They bought them Grammys, man.
They bought a Grammy.
You know they do. That's the only time they show up is when they buy it.
Niggas still watch it.
Right.
What you
I
said?
know. I ain't seen the Grammys in a long time.
I said niggas still watching the Grammys.
Ain't nobody watching the Grammys.
Hell no, I didn't even know it was happening.
Exactly, and that's how you know don't nobody watch that job.
Right, that's what I thought. I'm surprised Nas won that joint.
Watch that.
Right, that's what I was like.
What's so funny is Kanye won a Grammy tonight for Jesus is King.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, Chris, they hating on me, dog. A lot of people ain't getting my notifications, dog. They hating on me.
Man, but I'm glad my Celtic brother is in here. But Tatum, he just can't. He want to be the guy, but he's not that guy.
Jason Tatum about to star in a Tyler Perry movie.
Closing game.
No, he's not that guy.
He about to star in the Tyler Perry movie. He looked like one of the characters.
I don't really care for Brad Stevens, man. I think it's y'all's coach.
It's more than the coach. It's more than the coach. Y'all, everybody that's cool to blame the coach, but it's the players. The players gotta play.
No,
you blame the coach.
Brad Stevens is about
I'm agreeing with y'all that the coach sucks.
That's it.
I'm agreeing that the coach is a dud, but it's the players too. Tatum, he don't want to listen.
Those players
Tatum
run all
never
over.
wants to listen, and that's his problem.
Dude, Stevens is nothing more than Scott Brooks, dog, in Washington. That's it. That's all.
Oh shit, he better than Scott Brooks. Scott Brooks can't coach an ounce. I'm like, but see, we gotta see the Boston. They problem is they play so sporadic. It is so ridiculous. Like how y'all niggas play this sporadic? Do y'all ever get tired of playing sporadic and playing this? Like they could have beaten the Brooklyn Nets. They should have won the game.
Well,
but
like
they played too stupid.
But Christian, just like we called out Curry, just like we called out Kawhi, Jason Tatum needs to tell them, listen, I'm the light-skinned nigga of this ship now. I
was just getting ready to say that.
That's my question.
Everybody and their mama knows that it's not Jason Tatum's team anymore.
Who is the leader of that
Jaylen
team?
Brown.
Tatum swear he think he Kobe. That shit is
Jaylen Brown is the
That's
guy.
Jaylen
Brown is the guy.
That's where the conflict starts.
Tatum has to be the second guy. He can't be the number one.
This is what Tatum got to do. Tatum need to go in there and look at the team and go talk to Brad punk ass and say, I'm the captain of this ship now.
But then, how
okay. Don't talk to Marcus Smart like that.
Wait a minute, hold on. But on the other hand, HD, on the other hand, Jaylen Brown can also do the same thing now.
Brown is better than Tatum. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's where the conflict is. Who is the alpha between these two? These two gonna have to establish who is the leader.
Brown just gotta say
when Tatum is rolling, he's the best player on the team.
That's what I'm saying, dog.
I don't know about Brown being better than Tatum.
Jaylen Brown is
I'm telling you, no.
Yeah, hey, I'm with you on that one, Sean. I don't know about Brown.
No,
but Brown is a good player.
He ain't Jason Tatum.
That's what's keeping him back.
Hold up now.
It's Tatum. If Tatum would ever become, instead of just being an X factor, if he go from being an X factor to being,
all right, go ahead, Chris.
I'm gonna tell you about Brown. I'm gonna tell you, Tatum. When it comes to the really bright lights lately, it used to be Brown that was the guy who could not do it, but lately it's been Brown, and Brown has been the person that needs to have the ball. Tatum
not on a consistent basis.
Yes, he has. He has been consistent. He has been consistent these
past
2 seasons. Yes, he has.
A couple of games.
He's been consistent.
Now.
It's been Tatum taking the ball
out of his hands
to make it seem like he's ineffective. because I watch the games. Brown be going on crazy. Y'all always say it. Brown be going crazy, and Tatum all of a sudden in the fourth quarter he want to start playing. It's because the guy who needs to take control is Brown, but he doesn't take control because he listens to Tatum, and that's the problem. And HG said it. Brown needed he need to step it up and say, "Hey, I'm the guy," or he just need to be the backseat guy. And he doesn't need to be the backseat guy. It needs to be Brown's team because Brown is a better scorer. He's a better defender.
Man, Jaylen Brown, bro.
And he makes in all honesty, he's made the better shots.
Yeah,
he's made better shots. Like
Tatum is the player. I don't know about better score. I don't know about all that now.
Tatum is the player. Tatum is the player where he can kill you from any position on the floor.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? He's a mismatch. He's a mismatch. He's a mismatch anywhere, everywhere on the court.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Like he's like the best. You want him rolling. You know what I'm saying? With Tatum
Tatum got to get his shots. He got to.
He got to. But he got to grow some balls, dog.
That's what it is. Exactly. That's what it is.
He be out there being too light skinned, man. You know what I'm saying?
Tatum is the type of
talking
player.
about grow some balls. He overly got balls.
Listen, man. Listen.
Fall the fuck back.
Tatum is the type of player.
But see, when you got balls, you got to hit them shots. That's what I'm saying. You got to hit them shots.
It's like this.
Tatum is not effective if he don't shoot well enough.
Like what game y'all watching?
No, some real though. It's like this, bro. It's like the T's point, dog. If you're not sharp up here mentally, then how can you expect your game to be sharp as well? Your game before to be sharp as well.
I don't know, man.
You know what I mean?
Kobe
like T said, grow some balls.
Come rise from the dead and come talk to him. I'm like, look, this ain't Kobe.
It's not even that. Nah, he's definitely not no Kobe. But I mean, he's got a at 7 foot. Who can shoot over anybody? He can take anybody to the lane. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's all. He's 6'8".
Yeah, but my thing is this. This is how I look at it, and I may be wrong, but this is how I look at it. To me, it's like this. Brad Stevens, and this is just my opinion. His problem is, to me, I think that Tatum and them want to run the team and play it a certain way, but he wants to keep them constricted in this system. And to me, Brad Stevens, his offenses, let's just be honest, his offenses are trash. His sets are
it's mediocre. It's erratic basketball.
Defensively, I will give him credit. They play better on defense. They know how to rotate on defense. But on offense, dog, it's up and down too much. It's sporadic. Kemba came down court. Kemba's confused to me. Am I the scorer or am I the facilitator? Because certain plays Brad wants him to do this. Then when Tatum come down there, when Tatum goes to the basket and shoot the mid-range, he is unstoppable. That's what he do. What he does is he shoots these threes and fall in love with that three-point line.
And that's what
he shoots himself and his team out the game.
He be doing too much. He be doing too much.
Do that step back three.
Jason Tatum every game. Okay, this is the thing with Jason Tatum. Every game you're going to get 2 or 3 shots where you're going to say, "What the hell was that?"
Jesus Christ!
Don't get that.
That's why I don't understand these players that don't know how to play with their strengths. It's like they go more on their weaknesses more than their strengths. I don't understand.
I don't know why we got Tristan Thompson either. I thought that was the worst decision when we got him. I was like, "This is ridiculous."
Well, here's the thing to this. He's
been stealing money for a long time.
No, but I want to say something about what Sean said. You know what I mean about players. Doing depending on their weaknesses more so than their strengths. I feel like players need to actually work on strengthening up where they're weak at. You know what I mean? So in the game, they can actually, they can actually improve on that.
Yep,
man,
100%.
I just be like,
the Celtics are too talented to be this mediocre to me. I'm sorry.
Oh my God!
If they actually wanted to play, they could beat everybody in the league. Seriously,
I keep telling people, I was
I don't need another big man. It's just,
this too, and this is what I was saying earlier. The real leader of the team is Marcus Smart. You know what I'm saying? Like, once he gets back, they'll be all right. You know what I'm saying?
He back.
Oh, he's back. He's back now.
Yeah. That's why we was closing the Brooklyn game. That's why we didn't get blown out.
But you know what, T, I feel what you're saying, but to me, that's a problem. If
that is a problem,
if the best player on your team is your leader and your motivator, and he's a role player. Not only that, but he's never won a ring. He's you know what I mean. He's never won any playoff series on his own or anything. To me, that's a problem.
Well, I can't say that because Marcus Smart did kind of like when they had Isaiah Thomas. It was a Marcus Smart Isaiah Thomas show. I will give him that.
To me, that team played more in sync than this team does.
Yes, they knew who the guy was.
They got more talent.
Thomas was the guy. This team. This is why I wish we had Isaiah Thomas.
So Boston did Isaiah dirty.
Because Isaiah stepped on the floor.
Don't even bring it up, please.
There was no I'm the guy. Man, they was like, get a ball to that little mother sucker. He gonna drop 30, nigga, or 40. He mad.
It hurts my heart that we can we just go pick him up again?
Yeah, Isaiah was balling. Isaiah was balling in Boston.
Yeah, he was killing.
Yeah, I would take
that's where I thought Isaiah was going to end his career in Boston because it looked like he just fit there. It looked like
he was like the perfect fit.
If they gave me a choice who to pick, I would definitely pick Isaiah Thomas or Kemba Walker any day of the week. I'll be please just give me Isaiah Thomas. I know Isaiah will take it. Kemba ain't gonna take us there.
I'm not saying that.
If you put Isaiah with this team now, oh yeah. Hell
yes.
Now we talk. We talk.
People tell Tatum to shut the
You got somebody that'll get in their ass. You got somebody that'll get up in their ass.
Isaiah was a leader, dog. That's what I'm saying.
I'll be crying.
Been there. But Isaiah he was the leader. He got the troops better. He made guys better. He got those guys playing. That's what I need to see from Tatum or Brown. I don't give a damn which one say they the number one. They both great. They both could be great to me. They're both talented enough to be the best player on the team. But somebody got to wake up and say, you know what? I'm the guy. Like, we're waiting for you to say it, and that's what Kyrie was right. Kyrie was right. These guys are not ready. They weren't ready.
They aren't
but
ready.
HD, but check this out. Now, when Isaiah was there, he was the one. He led the team in fourth quarter points. He led the league in fourth quarter points.
Christ.
You know what I'm saying? Like that seems to be their biggest flaw is being able to close the game out.
This hurts, T. I can't take it, T.
No, T right.
It's torture.
T told the truth because
he is telling the truth. This is torture.
He was even in the fourth quarter. He was the best player in the fourth quarter that whole year. It was crazy. He was killing everybody.
Look, this is why I be like, T, I wish I was a Detroit Pistons fan because at least you guys are like y'all in a rebuild. Like lottery
in
a rebuild.
Yeah, we going for the number one.
We good. We still managed to fuck it up.
We'll trade
5 times.
We'll trade you Fournier and Vucevic, nigga.
Let me take a shot and then I'll answer that.
Gotta take a shot.
Take a shot, and then
I got my shot going.
You got any room to be a Pistons fan? Because I feel like this would Boston.
I got that 1800.
It feels like Detroit.
Tennessee.
T, I'm gonna be right there with you in the lottery because I can't
listen, man. Like in rebuild mode, I cannot take Fournier HD. That'll put us back in the middle of the road down. Like not good enough to make the playoffs, but not bad enough. I'm so straight.
T, look, I wish we was in rebuild mode, so it won't feel like we wasted my time.
It's not that bad. Listen, guys, y'all need a closer, man. I thought that's what Kimba. I thought that's what Kimba was going to do when he got.
I knew from the beginning he was never going to be there because the lights is too bright in Boston for him.
What seed are y'all in? What seed are y'all in?
I don't even know. Nor do I care.
Hold on, the top 5.
It's probably 6.
But you know what though? This is my thing. To me, y'all had a closer. Y'all had Kyrie.
And we
Y'all
had
had
Isaiah Thomas
Kyrie.
too. And look what we did. Fucked them all up twice.
Yeah, that's like, man, how did y'all mess that up twice?
And look what we did. Back to back to back, fucked it up twice.
But it showed you the other night when Brooklyn played Boston. It was Kyrie versus Tatum.
Oh my God!
Oh
boy,
man!
Was that depressing.
And he just cooked that boy. He cooked them boys so bad.
He cooked Tatum ass. Cooked
man.
Tatum ass,
put them on the
I'm
grill,
telling y'all, boy. Them boys
Bruh.
on a mission,
Tatum
man.
pissed me off.
Them
He
boys
did
is
some
on a
stupid
mission.
shit in that
You know,
game
and
too.
you know he did that on purpose. You know he did that on purpose.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Kyrie Irving, he every time he plays, he just keeps telling us like, I don't give a shit about Danny Ainge's dusty ass heart. I don't care nothing about nothing. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
But that's what I'm saying. Kyrie was treated like he's been treated so bad, dog. And I'm just glad he finally letting everybody know y'all must have forgot I hit the shot to bring y'all dusty asses in Cleveland a championship. Like, why everybody forget them in that game? Probably one of the best series we've seen in a championship game in a long time. He was cooking Clay. He killed Clay that whole
stop saying
series.
that's a great series because we can't say that. They had 2 good games. Maybe no matter of fact, they had 1 good game. That's not a great series. That series was awful. That was the worst series, one of the worst series ever. So it only had 1 good game. It was
but Kyrie was cooking the boys though, dog. Kyrie was killing them.
Absolutely, but I would not say that was a great series. I don't give 2 shits.
Murdering.
I don't care.
It's the weakest one out of the series, out of the matchups. It's the weakest one.
How y'all viewing the playoffs this season? Y'all see some upsets happening?
Absolutely.
Heck yeah.
If this stays the way, like it's like this, I see it like this. The playing games and stuff, I got to see. All of a sudden, Atlanta done got hot with Nate McMillan coaching instead of that guy Lloyd Pierce. Nate McMillan got involved, boys.
Damn, they got another black coach. Maybe I hope Nate McMillan don't get fired.
I hope not either. But Toronto fell out. But the way it's looking, you got Philly, Brooklyn, Bucks, Heat, Celtics, the Hornets, and then in the play-in game, you got the Knicks, Hawks, Pacers, and Bulls.
I think the Knicks is gonna get the 4th seed.
I got Miami and Brooklyn in the Eastern Conference.
I think the Knicks is finna get the 4th seed, and we and the Celtics gonna get the 5th seed.
Right.
Look at the Hornets in the
Knicks is gonna
6th seed.
upset the Boston.
Wait, the 4th seed.
Hornets in the 6th seed right now.
They're not gonna get by Miami.
Who?
I got Miami and Brooklyn, and I got Miami and Brooklyn.
No,
the
Knicks
are now.
No, the Knicks.
Man, what up,
Christ?
Listen, where's Sledge at? Sledge talking all that trash. Man, the Bulls sitting number 10 right now, dog.
Huh?
Under 500 at number 10.
You talking about Boston?
Nah, the Bulls.
Nobody care about the Bulls. They ain't gonna make the playoffs.
What's his name? What's our boy's name with the Bulls?
I say the Knicks are probably. It depends on where they're seated. If the Knicks are seated in if they get into the playoff game, they'll be out in the first round, dog. But if they get to the 5th or 4th seed, they'll have a chance. But
if they get to the 4th or 6th seed, they definitely go into the 2nd round.
Yeah, if they get to the 6th seed, but if they're in the 7th or 8th seed, they're not winning.
Nah, they can beat. Now I ain't gonna lie to you, the Knicks, they can beat the 76ers.
Yeah.
In the 7-game series?
I don't see it.
Say what?
In the 7 game,
I don't see it,
The
Sixers do. The Sixers been
In
balling without Embiid or Ben Simmons.
But no, let's go.
They've been balling right now.
Still balling.
They've been balling right now.
The playoffs. You know how they choke in the playoffs. Ben Simmons.
Banking on Ben Simmons, HD.
To the Knicks in the first
HD,
round.
are you willing to put your chips on Ben Simmons?
I'm not putting on Ben Simmons. I'm going with Embiid.
Okay.
I believe Embiid gonna win it for him and get him to
Embiid ain't gonna win shit.
Well, Embiid ain't doing nothing right now.
Let me finish. Their supporting cast is better than the Knicks. Also, the Knicks don't have any playoff experience. So when they get to the playoffs, all you got is Derrick Rose. That's it. That's the only guy who's really got experience. And then if you look at the bench for the Sixers, their bench is better than the Knicks. They got at least 3-4 deep on the bench compared to the Knicks 1 or 2.
And once again, they have no answer for Joel Embiid anyway.
Right.
So not gonna
and they got Ben Simmons.
I don't see that.
Right.
But I got a question. So right now, as it sits, the Mavericks, the Warriors, the Grizzlies, and the Pelicans are all in line for the 8th seed. You know, including the playoff teams.
The
So
they
the
make
playing
the playoffs.
game.
I just want to check this out. If they make
Who's
the playoffs,
going to get that last playoff spot if it came down to these 4 teams? You got the Mavericks, Warriors, Grizzlies.
I'll go with the Warriors.
Lucas White.
I got Warriors, man. If they could beat the Lakers, they could beat the Lakers tomorrow.
I got Lakers and Mavericks.
The Warriors,
Warriors and Mavericks.
Warriors and Mavericks.
Not let the Mavs not make.
You say the Warriors get the 8th seed,
and the Mavs get the 7th seed in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Obviously, I can see the Warriors getting.
So what? The Spurs is out of there because the Spurs is sitting at
is
number
out.
7 right now.
I don't trust the Rosen in big games. He's gonna choke.
Hey, HD, the way the Warriors played Utah today, it was different from how they played before. Like Steve Kerr got the rotation right tonight with the Utah Jazz. I think if they could keep that rotation in the way they're doing it, I think they could get to like the 7th or 6th seed if they beat the Lakers tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Warriors can get there, but Steph Curry has got to grow his balls and play. He can't be, oh, I'm a guy who just shoots off the ball. Nigga, you better do like Iverson did and take that ball and put it in the hoop. Shit, you playing too much.
He's not that kind of player, though, man. Listen, Dad. Y'all killed Curry the other night, and it's warranted. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he.
Delusion.
You supposed to be the guy, dog. Everybody saying that you the guy, you this and that, man. You know how we was growing up, man. If that dude thought he was the guy, he gonna take the game.
Hey, he's not that kind of player, though, man.
If Luka that guy,
people just gotta understand. Steph is not that kind of player.
Okay,
the Warriors are
not the first round. I don't know they seeded that.
Okay, let me ask you something.
I somewhat disagree with that, man.
Let me ask you something, T.
Okay.
T, when you say when you say that he's not that type of player, but take into account, not that type of player is a 2-time MVP, one being unanimous. So how can you say he's not that type of player? He's got 2 MVPs. He got 2 MVPs.
Okay, well, hold up. Let me answer this. Now we've had this conversation many times before about who gets awarded the MVPs and why. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not saying that he's not one of the best players in the league. You know what I'm saying? But man, as far as him just being able to lead a team, man, he's not that player like that, man. Not on the NBA level, man. You know,
but he's got.
He didn't come into the system like that. He came in the system where he always had support. So this is like the first actual year where he's getting criticized like this. So.
Mm-hmm. But no, it's been other moments, you know what I'm saying? Just last year in the playoffs when everybody was gone and it was just him, you know what I'm saying? And they lost to the Raptors, you know what I'm saying? Like, right. I mean, listen, Dad. Like Steph, I mess with Steph. You know what I'm saying? But
right, yeah, I'm
as far as just like, dude, he might be just slightly overrated. You know what I'm saying? But he's definitely the greatest shooter.
Hold on.
He's definitely the greatest shooter.
These backhand compliments. I'm not gonna take these backhand compliments. What? What you just say?
Listen, man.
Hey, I'm just
controversy.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
I feel what you saying, bro.
Stop the press. Stop the press.
All right, man.
All right, man.
Easy, bro.
Yeah, I'm just saying that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's just one-dimensional. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
I don't know what you're saying, bro. I don't know what you're saying, bro.
He's a pure shooter, Dad. He's a pure shooter. You put him. You try and see. Y'all was talking about these comparisons the other night. Like when it comes down, you trying to talk about putting them in the categories of the AIs and such.
Not in there.
I'll be the first one to say. I'll be the first one to say you can't compare AI to Curry, man. That's unfair, man. That's unfair, man. That's crazy.
He's the dude that's carrying teams. You know what I'm saying?
Like, no, I hear you. Yeah,
you know?
True.
So that's all I'm saying, Dad. I'm not trying to. I don't want to shit on Steph. You know what I'm saying? But listen, Dad.
You already did.
Hey, well,
He said. I just feel he's slightly overrated, dog.
You better keep showing up, or I'ma shit on him, boy.
Gotta press this light skin. You gotta press this light skin a little bit.
And check this out, y'all.
Pressure on the light skin.
Check this out, real quick. This is what I've been saying. I said this. I think the last stream too. It's like Steph Curry's gameplay and how effective he is in today's league. He would not dominate, like in yesteryear in the '90s, dog, with his style of play. He would just probably be a 3-point specialist.
Absolutely.
Your perspective, Nick. You think he'd be like a? You think he'd be like a Steve Kerr?
No,
if he played.
He'll be better than Steve Curry.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I see Steph like a BJ Armstrong type.
Yeah, like a BJ Armstrong.
Exactly.
All right, I give you BJ Armstrong. I give you BJ.
Yeah.
Pause.
I mean, but it's funny because
like no disrespect. You know what I'm
saying?
I had to put a pause there.
You say he'll be like a BJ Armstrong. Like, no, he's not.
Pause.
BJ Armstrong.
I mean, he'll be slightly better than DJ.
Hold on.
I don't know, man. Listen,
hold on. I don't think he would have rolled the bench. I don't think Steph would have rolled the bench because he handles the ball too good. Y'all got to remember Steph can handle the ball.
Right.
So I don't think Steph would have been a bench rider. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he would have been like a BJ Armstrong. BJ Armstrong was a hooper. Like, he had big
money. But nah, I don't see that, bro. I don't see that. I don't really see that.
Steph out.
Hey, hold on. Keep trying to talk.
What's up, bro? What's up?
Yeah, say something. You were talking, and then we cut you off. Go ahead, say what you had to say.
Oh, no, I heard that BJ Armstrong. I'm like, BJ Armstrong. BJ Armstrong.
Listen,
they said Steph Curry. Hey, they said Steve Curry at first. I was trying to help you.
Y'all don't even understand how strict.
You made it worse, BJ.
But no, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't even understand how strict the game used to be, Dad. Like all that loosey goosey.
Right.
But hold on, Dad. Y'all don't even understand how strict the game used to be. All that loosey goosey handling he do, him just dribbling to his spot and shooting and playing.
Hey, man.
You don't think Steph Curry be doing that in the 90s? Oh man, Steph Curry be doing that in the 90s. Yes, he would.
They'd have trapped
Steph
Curry
would be doing that in the 90s.
Good night.
No, they would have full court pressed him, and then you got to remember, Sean, it was hand checking, bro. Like
that's true.
You're able to get up in people's chest. Nowadays, you can't do that, and that's gonna be a
all that loosey handling he be doing, dog. Somebody they be done took his money, dog. They be done took his money, dog.
They like what it says. Get your ass over there. Don't do none of that fancy shit. You just wait, catch the ball.
Right.
Man, that's crazy.
Because you saw
real, dad. As a coach, somebody with careless handles, he could never run the floor, dad. Never, dad. That is something.
I mean, AI was doing that in the 90s too, though. I mean,
he was a whole different monster, dog.
Okay, so now he a whole different monster.
AI don't get his money took, never.
All right, AI was handling the ball in the 90s.
But Sean,
he was dropping 30.
Hey man, we got an echo.
Oh, he was not dropping 30. No.
I think that's me. My bad.
Who's that?
AI was dropping 30 every night.
Oh yeah. Off the gate. That's rookie.
I mean, but see, like AI, he just didn't rely on his jump shot.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like he can get his money in a number of ways. He can come off screens like Steph too.
Exactly.
And he can take that shit to the
That's money from the free throw line. AI was money from the free throw line.
People have to understand this, though. The reason why he was actually able to do all the years like that because he was really the first guy doing that. But here's the thing: the reason why he was able to do that was because, of course, he had long arms, he had big hands, and he was freakishly fast.
Right.
I don't think AI comes off the screens better than Steph Curry.
No, he doesn't, but he comes off just as effective, dog. You got to go back and watch that playoffs. The 2001 where they went on that run, AI was killing guys off the screens. He wasn't just
True.
He was coming off the screens and doing rip Hamilton.
Under Larry Brown, that was his game. You know what I'm saying? He was coming off the screens, and then like he would, if he was in a position to drive, he would take that mug to the hole. Right. You know what I'm saying? He'd get himself going. But you know what I'm saying? He was coming off the screens, putting them up and hitting them.
Yeah,
true.
He was.
That's true.
It was a monster. I was watching it as a kid. I'm like, this little nigga is raw. Like, because we never seen a little guy like that since Isaiah doing that. You know what I'm saying? I never seen nobody do that since Isaiah.
What he was doing. Exactly.
Isaiah was more of a point. This nigga was a 2 guard at 5'10".
Listen,
we can't. But Curry done had some moments where he came with that kind of AI mentality through his career.
No,
it's been shown.
No.
In the garden. I mean, listen, man. I can't take nothing away from Curry, Dad. But you know, it's like when you can, and see, this is what kind of happens. You know what I'm saying? When teams can just kind of focus on Steph Curry.
It's clearly our third pass stuff.
No, when teams can teams can focus on Steph Curry and he's the only option, they make it hard for him. And he ain't really adjusted to that like that. You know what I'm saying?
You got Draymond Green actually in the triple C.
Right. I'm saying, man, Steph came into the league like he had on the team. He had support. So that's why I say like this is his first year where he's actually on his own. He got good support right now. He got a good solid group. But
he could change the ship, Sean. He could rewrite the ship. We're not saying that it's still some season left. We're not saying that, oh well, this is who he's gonna be. We're saying he got a chance to change it, but we've seen him in some spurts, but we gotta see him do it, even with Draymond there. He gotta understand Draymond not gonna give you more than 5 points. So you got to be that dude. You got to take that 5 and put up 40. You might have to put up 10 more points to cover for this nigga because he ain't gonna score.
He's not that kind of player.
So HD, do you think like because how I said to you, HD, like Steph Curry came into a system where he had like a support like Baron Davis, Monte Ellis, and things like that. AI came on his team where it was basically like all eyes on him. Do you think if Steph Curry changed the position that Iverson was in, that Curry would be doing the same thing as AI?
Not really, because you got to remember, AI at Georgetown, he had that mentality since Georgetown. And as a kid, he always had that. I mean, it's something you can't teach. Like when I see Dame Lillard got that, I'm gonna kill everybody. Kyrie got it.
He just stupid.
You know, I mean, that doesn't mean he's a bad player, but that just means that he's a guy who needs somebody on that corner with him. You know, Steve Nash, if Steve Nash had this team, I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm not a real huge Steve Nash fan, this team would be in the 5th seed right now because Steve Nash got it done. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I hear you.
Because you have to be that guy to take the ball, put it in your hand, and do. Because back in the day, well, it ain't back in the day, but when we were younger, like when we were playing ball, like, and we're down like 5 or 10 points, we had my boy was better than, he was raw. He was that guy who could just come off screens and he could go one-on-one. He put us back in the game. That was for the block, the win to have bragging rights. So he took the game over. You just have to have that in you. You can't grow it. It don't grow on trees. Like you have to have that. I'm that guy. I'm gonna take over, and that's something I don't see in him. I don't see it in Tatum, and I don't see it in a lot of these guys, dog. It's only
that don't make you a bad player. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh
no, I agree with you guys. I agree with you guys. I understand what y'all saying.
Yeah, that don't mean you're bad.
It just means you can take it to a whole nother level.
He's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Level.
He's a guy. But
he's the greatest shooter of all time. Ain't no question about that.
Right.
But you guys are more so like, where's that grit? Where's that grind? Where's that heart? Show it on the court. Yeah, I know what y'all saying.
Yeah, just to take it to the next level, dog. It's a different gear when it comes to winning time.
Right.
Facts.
Right.
That's why I love that he cussed their ass out there.
Right.
I love that shit.
Now that shows you
get on their ass.
That's what I want to see. Like, I don't need you to be like LeBron and wait till somebody dish you for you wanting to play. I need you to have that all the time. Like, you need to be like Michael Jordan, make something up. Man, he looked at how easy.
Yeah, take some personal.
Yeah.
Take some personal.
I mean, but that he would be something that that's not
on that HG, but that's not gonna work in today's climate. You know what I'm saying? These cats too soft. What's happening? But yeah, I agree with you. He do need to do some Jordan-esque like that, domination and take control of the teams, really take the rings. But at the same time, that's not gonna work in today's climate. These cats is way too soft for that.
And that's just not him. That like if he tried to all of a sudden come in and be Mr. Alpha tough guy, nobody would believe it. You know what I'm saying?
You can't be the church boy and then be the gangster. You know what I'm saying?
That's a perfect analogy.
It's like, what you doing, bro? You done listen to some Master P, now you bout it? I don't think so.
Yeah, like God, bro. It don't work like that.
What you listen to Master P, now you bout it?
Oh, nigga, you came in here with your hair braided and shit. You a thug now, nigga?
He went from
part of Bone Thugs and Harmony.
At the same time, you do need to find a way to make your voice heard, because at the same time, it is your team. You are the face of that franchise. You know what I'm saying? It does fall on you. So you got to find a way, you know what I'm saying, for that message to get across and for it to be enforced. Whether that's your voice vocally, you got to get somebody else on your side, a couple guys aligned to, some enforcers and carry it out. But you got to do something. You got to take a stand.
Because you're the leader of the team. I mean, whether you like it or not, you're the face of the franchise. You know what I'm saying? So that weight gonna fall on you, bro. You got that $250 million contract, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's what my problem is with today's players that are leaders on their team that don't know how to talk to their teammates. You got players like quiet and like players like Kawhi Leonard. Like, you should be that kind of player to get in your teammates' chest, let them know what they need to do on the court. You need to be that navigator for them to look at you like you're the leader, you're the confidence. If they see you playing, they're gonna play good. If they see you playing great, they're gonna play great. Great players had great role players. When Michael Jordan was getting into all his teammates' chests in practice, they had to step up. Y'all some grown ass men.
But he was born with that. Mike was born with that. Kobe was born with that. It's something you can't teach. You gotta have it. It's just that it factor. You just gotta have it. Like, it's something you can't.
Mike had that because he grew up trying to be better than his older brother. You know what I'm saying? He went at his older brother Larry. He wanted to play with the older guy. Cut. And that too. But mainly Mike's motivation and that drive came from, you know what I'm saying, playing against his older brother. Kobe, he gets it from his mama. His mama was more competitive. He gets his height, you know what I'm saying, and everything from Joe, of course, but it's really his mama where he really gets that competitive edge.
And he played in Philly.
That's where
he played in Philly.
Right.
And he played in Philly because I get my loudness and my anger and my all that from my mom. My dad is mellow. He was real. He was real mellow. Like, you couldn't hear him out. But when he speak, everybody quiet.
All my mannerisms come from my father, dog. Every mannerism that I have, damn near.
No, I get mine from my mom.
I just don't
like Steph Curry. He grew up privileged.
I just don't like players that like.
He had a mom in.
I just don't like players that are like leaders, like Kawhi Leonard, like Stephen Curry, players like LeBron or whoever the case may be, whoever's your leader on the team. I just be feeling like if you're that player, man, you got to get in your teammates' chest and let them know that you need to gather the troops around to get them together. All that, I'm no talking, I'm about action and stuff like that. I don't rock with that because when I used to play on the court, I was trying to rile my teammates up, even if I wasn't the leader. But talking and communicating is a big part of basketball. If your leader is not doing that, you know.
But you got that from somebody. Like we all got our trait from somebody. But Steph, you gotta understand, like Steph was around, like Dale was real quiet and laid back. You know, Dale wasn't really no killer, but he could hit that three when you needed him to. But he wasn't no killer, like I'm gonna go off, you know. He was laid back. So, but see, they had somebody around them that was fiery. Like Uncle Frank was saying, Kobe's mom. And then Mike was wanting to be better than his brother because his dad always used to pick his brother all the time for stuff. So that's the type of stuff that grow. Like me, I got mine from like seeing my mom and sister. They're competitive. They're fiery. Both of them are fiery. So that rubbed off on me because I want to be the best at everything I do. And I compete. So that's what I love to do. Everybody get their trait from somebody, and Steph just don't have it in him. Look what his wife got more fired than him.
I ain't gonna say he
tripping the wife that man. She look like a chipmunk in the face.
I ain't gonna say he ain't got no fire, but I mean to a point, it's like, you know, I mean, listen, you know, there's no one way to lead a team. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the best leaders are the ones that are going to be the truest to themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's just like, you know, Tony Dungy. Tony Dungy wasn't no super fiery motherfucker or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? He was always the coolest dude in the room. You know what I'm saying? But he got his point across. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about your ability to, you know, and that's something God given too. You know what I'm saying? Your ability to rub off on other people and get them to align with you. You know what I'm saying? And your vision. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's like, you know, I think Steph has definitely got fire. He's got passion. I mean, you can see it. You know what I'm saying? When everything is rolling, he's shimmying up and down the court. Y'all remember all of that? You know what I'm saying? But
to me, that's just showing off. Like, to me, where I see his fire is when somebody calls him out. I don't need you to wait till somebody calls you out. I need you to say, you know, this is what I'm finna do.
Well, Steph Curry's had times through his career where, like, this is I gotta backtrack a little bit of what I said because this is his first year of being critiqued. He's been critiqued throughout his whole career, even when he was in Davidson, even when he was messing his ankles up.
True.
You know, and people were saying he was on the trade. He was actually on the trading block. They were looking to trade him because they thought he was an injury-prone kind of a point guard. But Steph Curry always been that player where people looked at him and like, oh, he's too small. It don't look like no one even thought Steph Curry was going to be this player that people thought he was going to be.
Right, you're right.
But the criticism is inbound fair for this particular season because we do need to see you be that mega superstar that you are. And sometimes I think psychologically, I don't think he understands that he's a superstar some games. I think there's some games where he knows he is, and then I think there's games where he just has he gets discouraged because his shot doesn't go in. He can't get his layups in. You know, he can't come off the plays right. He can't come off the sets right. He's trying to get his teammates involved, all that, you know, all that stuff. But he's the type of player where I seen the mentality where he was in the playoffs and somebody said, because I think there was a game in the playoffs where he went he didn't even score in the playoffs. And then halftime he got I guess he reads through the Twitter feed saying that he not this player, he ain't this, that, and third, and he goes off in the next half dropping 30 on him. So he shows he's capable of taking in the criticism and proving the people wrong. It's just the fact that you need to be consistent with it. When you got games where you're going for 40 and then the next game you're going for 14, people are gonna look at you like, where you at, Curry? You know, it's just one of them things.
It's like he you know, like when Dame called him out, he put a bullet in Dame. You know what I'm saying? He put a bullet straight in his forehead.
He put a rocket launcher to them.
Right.
He ain't put no bullet. He put a rocket launcher to them. They ain't been the same since, man. He been trying to rap better.
That this basketball thing ain't working, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'll put it like this, man. Did y'all watch that trash movie Coming to America too?
No, I didn't.
I just hear the critics of it.
All right.
I wasn't super mad
Okay,
at
let
it.
me ask y'all this. All right, take it to this scene. Take it to this scene. Do you remember the scene where he was on, where James Earl Jones was on his deathbed and he told him, "Son, you're not as ruthless as I am."
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's Steph's problem. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, with kings. It's like you might be a king and you got a son. He's smart. He's a good leader, but he's not as ruthless as you are. He's not going to do the job that really needs to be done and chop the heads off, you know what I'm saying, of the enemies and foes who would threaten his kingdom. He's too nice. That's his problem.
And that's not necessarily a bad thing, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, this is all fair criticism.
That's what separates him from the Kobe's and such. Kobe is an executioner, you know what I'm saying? Kobe is taking your head off every time.
He's coming out to kill you every time. He don't care if your grandmama sitting in the front row.
Yeah, boy.
He gonna kill her too if she step on that court.
Kill her. Right. She want to grab the ball. Hey, I got something for you too.
Kobe out there, they dark side out here, man. You feel me?
Listen,
man. That's one dude
Hello,
I miss.
360 Kings.
Hey, I got a question for y'all.
Oh,
who you think gonna win a chip first, Zion or Luka?
Who's gonna win a chip first? Zion is gonna be Luka.
Luka will.
Yeah.
I think Luka would.
Trying to push Luka.
Yeah, they pushing Luka, dog.
I think they pushing
If the Lakers manage to get Luka down, I'll quit watching basketball. I swear to God.
I'm gonna say Zion, man. Zion is better than me.
I'm done watching basketball.
Y'all know what my biggest pet peeve is with teams like the Lakers. Like every time they lose, they always need somebody. Like who they gonna get? Quentin Richardson, Darius Miles. Like who y'all want?
Man. It's like this his belly is never full. You know what I mean? It's like he always needs somebody.
I'm so tired of people saying, "Man, we need this, we
goes
need
to the
that."
Lakers, I'm going strictly to college basketball, dog. I promise. I promise, dog.
Andrew, what's the question, Andrew? Write it in the chat.
I don't really see it happening though, because you got to remember Dallas is going to be able to offer him the Superman. So. Here's
the thing.
I think the Pelicans, man, they coming, man. They are coming. Brandon Ingram and Zion together, I like that.
They two up and down. They coming and going. They need somebody else. They need another coach.
I don't even know if they need a push from the NBA. If they got a little push from the NBA, they'd be straight.
Right.
The NBA don't market these teams. They market the teams that they want to be in the finals, and
they definitely don't mess with New Orleans. Not right now. That Zion is like the next thing up, and they don't fuck with Zion at all.
Right. All they need is some vets. That's it.
Mess with them ever.
Yeah, you're right about that, Robbie. They need some vets.
The Pelicans need a floor general. They need a real floor general. They need to get that ugly wearing dude out of there who looked like he don't even want to be there. They need to let him go and go bring in a floor general. That's what they need. Somebody to whip them in shape. They'll be fine. The Pelicans.
That's what I'm saying. To me, they closer to winning than Dallas. Dallas is weak, man.
No, I mean, Dallas is weak, but the thing is, you gotta think, y'all gotta think business, dog. It's not about
it's like
it's about who they're gonna promote. They're gonna promote
an international star, bro. That's an international.
It's like at the end of the day, I want my Warriors to go in the playoffs, but then I don't, because I know they're gonna try to get Lakers and Brooklyn in the finals just because they got KD and LeBron.
Right.
I'm saying they could promote whoever. Luka is not good enough. He's not better than Zion. He's not,
bro. But different players. Robbie, you gotta remember this though.
Luka's a point guard. Zion's a power forward.
The NBA get a lot of money internationally, so they gonna push Luka to get them international dollars, bro. You gotta think business wise.
And that's what I'm saying. See, he messed around. He go to LA and all of that, man. And I'm done with the NBA, dog. I promise.
I mean, if he go to LA, that's a different question. But
that's why it's not.
If he stays in Dallas, there's no way.
I'm just saying. This is the business of the NBA. You know what I'm saying? That's strictly a business move for the NBA for Luka to go to the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? I can see it. That's why I hate it. Like if they listen, man.
It's all WWE to me.
Yeah, that NBA been always caters to the Lakers. That shit gets on my nerves.
It's like, man, when I heard that Magic Johnson was out there trying to lure Luka to go to the Lakers, bro, I'm like, oh, this is some bullshit.
It's like, what's the point, man? It's like none of these teams want competition no more. Everybody want to get on the same team.
Everybody,
not only that, the problem also, from what I've seen for a long time, is that for this decade, I mean, this past decade, we're in a new decade now, but the past decade, the thing is that you got a weak commissioner. You got to get a commissioner in there who knows basketball, who knows how the game is played. Because
he don't know the integrity of the game.
David Stern was doing the same thing he's doing, promoting one or two players, but he still promoted the teams, and he had a guy on the team who they were promoting. So that's all we need, is a guy who can come in and just market the other teams. Yeah, you still market your headliner, which we know you got to have your headliner. In the 80s, it was Magic and Bird. In the 90s, it was Jordan. In the 2000s, early 2000s, it was Kobe and Shaq, then LeBron. So you're going to have your headliner, but you got to be able to promote those teams and have a star on each team. Like, I don't want to see John Morant go nowhere. Let him build Memphis up. Trey Young, like a little biatch. Grow Atlanta up. Get Atlanta on the map. Get Atlanta on the map. Like,
balance that shit out.
On the map. Like, that's
David Stern would have never let that Brooklyn team put that together. He would have put a stop to that.
He would have vetoed that shit like a motherfucker.
He would have let KD and Kyrie go there, but he would have never let that Harden deal go through.
Right, that would have never, especially the way Harden did it. Yeah, that would have never.
Oh yeah, he gonna be like, look, we gonna send you to.
but that's what I'm
saying.
To
Toronto.
But that was the team who did it.
Yeah, I'm surprised
the
it didn't happen.
Is KD and Kyrie didn't come together and say, "Yo, let's go get Harden." They didn't know Harden was gonna come. Harden just decided, I want to go to Philly or to Brooklyn. So the Brooklyn guy was like, Kyrie over here having mental health issues. He over here, so I got to go get this dude. So we don't know what's going to happen with Kyrie. So that's how I saw the Nets did. The Nets just looked like bump it. We finna get him, because if he'd have went to the Sixers, they would have beat everybody.
Yep. They beat everybody, dog.
Would have
been
right, bro. It's like, man, you got this
James
out here, bro.
James gangster this way to Brooklyn.
Like, you got this like, man.
I don't know. I'll still take Brooklyn if he went to the Sixers.
No, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
He would have went to the Sixers.
Kevin Durant was still the best player on the floor.
Okay, but KD would have been out just like now. And then Kyrie was in and out. You would have had to depend on them guys by themselves. You think them guys would have held on until they got back?
Exactly. Check this out, bro.
They did last year.
It's like
I want to know two guys that's in the conversation for MVP right now.
Are we talking to Philly with Ben Simmons or without Ben Simmons?
No, I'm talking about the Nets. Rob B saying the Nets would have still been fine if Kyrie and KD weren't there, if they didn't make the move for James Harden. I'm saying no, they wouldn't have.
No. I don't think they would have beat Milwaukee.
East not too better. The East is better than last year, dude. It's not the same.
Right. Yeah, they wouldn't have beat Milwaukee.
No,
but Brooklyn always make the playoffs. They just didn't have no superstars.
Okay, they made the playoffs then, bro, because they had they had D'Angelo Russell, who took the pressure off of those other guys. And then Caris LeVert and them, they could do what they do because they had some leadership from the veteran roles, like Chris.
Yeah, Dinwiddie was there too.
Right, and then Dinwiddie was there. They had two guys who were upcoming like that could have been stars. They didn't have that when Kyrie and KD left. Caris LeVert and everything, it would have just been him. But Caris was playing terrible early on. He was making a lot of turnovers, and then he was losing some games at the end.
It would have been interesting.
It would have been interesting, but they would have been probably, I say they would have been around the 9th, 10th seed maybe without them two in the lineup. Because, dog, the East got better, dog. The East not the same as last year.
I don't know.
I really wish they would have been able to pull all that off and still kept Jared Allen. They would have still been able to keep Jared Allen. They would have been in a much better.
Well, personally, the guy they got, Claxton, he has more range than Jared Allen. Because he could play the perimeter and he could play the post.
Exactly. It's like all they need to do is just play him more. All they need to do is just give him more minutes.
Right. He just need more minutes. Allen was more of a better rim protector, but Claxton's getting there. Because remember, Claxton was hurt. Because remember last year, him and Jared Allen were coming in for each other, and they were killing teams. Nobody knew about them.
Yeah, you're right.
I remember Claxton. I was wondering where he was at all year. I was like, oh, they straight. Claxton will be fine. And then they got that other guy too, Perry or somebody. And then you got Jeff Green. Green is giving you some good minutes. And then once you have Blake, all you need from Blake is a good 10 minutes. 15 is bad. That's it.
Hopefully he can perform in that
TLC.
time period.
Yeah, TLC hurt right now.
Tyler Johnson again.
But when he come back, he's solid. Because him and Brown, they've been shutting cats down on the perimeter and the post.
So who y'all think the last piece that Brooklyn gonna get? Who you think that's this last piece they gonna get?
I think they need to get JaVale McGee. That's it, and they're good to go. You can rotate him in there, and you're good to go. You'll have him, and then you'll have Claxton at the 4 on some plays. Then you could have Green in there at the 3. And then you'll be able to switch those off on the defensive end because all those guys can play the perimeter and the post.
Right.
Shooters. You got shooters on the team.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, right.
I would get JaVale McGee.
They got to account for Joe Harris. Everybody Celtics, they got to account for Joe Harris, dog. Joe Harris is a sniper.
Oh yeah, you gotta account for Joe Harris because he'll go off any game.
Exactly. He can get hot in any minute, for real.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So they'll be fine, dog. Like I just think they ought to get JaVale McGee, and then they'll be good to go. They don't really.
Yeah, JaVale would be a nice fit because I like JaVale because he's more mobile.
Right, because they don't need Drummond. Drummond's gonna mess up the time that you got placing them in there. They don't need Drummond. Who really need Drummond is the Celtics. That's who the Celtics need to go after is Drummond.
Yeah, that's who the Celtics really need.
I've been said that.
Now they get Drummond. That's a problem.
Drummond or like a Dwight Howard type. But they need that, and they need a floor general bad.
Yeah, floor general too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would trade Kimba, man. He doesn't give you anything.
Right. I mean,
who would you get for him though?
But who would you get?
Floor generals? Yeah, what floor generals are out there though?
There's really not a lot of them.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the only thing they like a limited. You know what I mean?
Floor general shit.
Suck, man.
You said what, C-Pen? What'd you say?
Hey, C-Pen, you see your boy Mahomes, man?
Oh my God.
He already restructured his contract.
Did he restructure it? He see the writing on the wall.
Brees retired.
They lost like 3 offensive linemen already.
Who was Ish Smith playing for? Who was Ish Smith playing for?
Yeah, that'll be a good fit for Boston, Ish Smith. But he get hurt though, man. That's what pissed me off.
Damn, I haven't heard of Ish.
Last time I seen him, he was playing in Washington.
Right.
Brees retired.
Is he still playing for him?
Still is.
Drew Brees retired.
Trade Kemba for Ricky Rubio and some.
He still play for Washington.
Yeah, I would get Ricky Rubio. Rubio would help their life right now. Let me see.
He's still playing with the Wizards right now. He's still playing with the Wizards right now.
Jimmer Fredette. No, I'm just playing.
Where y'all got Drew Brees at on the all-time list?
He's in my 15 to 20.
Jimmer. Hey, Jimmer out there killing it in China though.
Let's see.
You said 15 to 20?
Yeah, 15 to 20. Yep.
I don't know. He turned around the Saints, man. That ain't easy to do.
I don't care what he turned around. I mean, he was choking. I mean, besides that Super Bowl,
he did a lot of choking.
He did a lot of choking. Him and Peyton Manning have choked the most. The only reason I put Peyton ahead of him is because Peyton's regular season was way better than Brees, and he got to at least 3-4 Super Bowls. Drew only had one Super Bowl run, and after that, those teams they had.
True, but 15 other quarterbacks better than Drew Brees?
Yes.
Yeah.
There are. Go look in history, dog. Do you want me to pull it up? I'll pull it up for you.
Yeah, I got
he at least top
Drew Brees
10.
over Peyton Manning, though. I got Drew Brees over Manning. I do have.
No, I got Manning over him because Manning was a better. Manning was a better. His regular seasons were.
They used to let us down all the time, boy.
His regular seasons was monstrous.
Yeah, but shit, Brees had some monster seasons too, dude.
Brees had some monster seasons, but dog, like, I'm sorry, dog.
You gotta think though,
Brees
man. Manning had Harrison half his career.
Brees is overrated to me. That's just how I feel.
See, y'all always thought Peyton was overrated.
Peyton overrated too. They both overrated me. So,
I always thought Peyton was overrated.
I think they both overrated. You got. I'm sorry.
Peyton used to let us down, dog.
I ain't gonna say he overrated. He just
used to let us down.
He played with the Saints. Boy. I mean, he could do but so much.
Okay, he played.
I wouldn't put him ahead of a Favre or anything like that. And Favre is like
he like top 10.
No,
I'm putting ahead like Bradshaw and all them players.
He's not. I couldn't put him ahead of Favre. Favre is at least like top 10 to 12.
You got John L. You got Tom Brady. You got Warren Moon, Dan Marino, Brett Favre, John Elway. You got Joe Montana. You got You got a lot of guys, dog. Ken Stabler. Stabler was better than him.
No, I can't do that.
That's right, Ken the Snake, baby.
Ken Stabler was better than him. Yes, dog. Go back and watch Ken Stabler. He was better. Air Coryell, that quarterback was just as good, if not better. You had your other boy what's the other team? It's Roger Staubach. You got him. You got Bart Starr. You got Johnny Unitas.
You got a lot of quarterbacks.
Oh, it's a lot of quarterbacks I could put over Drew Brees. Cause like I'm not saying he's trash. He's not trash, but dog, like, dude, your playoffs weren't that memorable, dog. But that one run, and plus his defense was really
bailed him out
for them winning that year because they were headhunting guys that whole season. They knocked the other quarterbacks out the game. They
the defense was averaging like 14 points a game that year. The defense, you know,
right? But a lot of times that Saints defense was trash.
What?
It was just all offense.
Yeah, they were averaging 14 points on offense a game, Dad. You know what I'm saying? Like they was killing it. Their defense was like with Darren Sharper back there. He was like anchoring that. He was anchoring the defense, man. He was killing it back there.
Man, look, all I'm saying is this: Brees is a great quarterback. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. That's no question. But I'm sorry, he's not in my top 10, dog. He's not.
I can respect that, though.
Sorry, he's not in my top 10. I love Drew Brees, but he's not in my top 10. Like, Peyton Manning barely make it at 10 because his regular seasons were incredible, dog. He was setting records like in regular season. His postseason was what kept him down near 10 to 11-ish and 12 because he was only 14 and 13 in the postseason. And Drew Brees in the postseason, guess what he is? He's 9-9. But for all that talent you had and you're 9-9, I'm just sorry. I can't put you up in the top 10.
But I give him.
I mean, you can say that about Dan Marino.
No, but I give
Dan Marino was transcendent of dog. He transcended the game, dog. Like Dan Marino was one of the greatest throwers of the football. Next,
man, can you imagine HD? Can you imagine HD if Dan Marino played in this offense they play nowadays?
Yes, dude, Dan Marino would have won 3-4 rings. This offense that Brees is in? Are you kidding me?
Y'all think Mahomes is doing something?
I'm not saying Dan Marino ain't all-time great. I'm saying his playoff record ain't no all-time great.
Can't base it off just a playoff record.
Okay, but dude, who did he have?
Dan Marino like top 5, bro. Keep it real.
Did he have a Marcus?
No, I'm saying, I know I'm saying, for example, though.
Did he have a Jeremy Shockey? Did he have a Deuce McAllister? Did he have a Pierre Thomas? Did he have an Alvin Kamara? Did he have a Michael Thomas? Did he have those guys on offense? No.
Brees had some weapons.
Brees had some weapons, dog.
That's one thing he has.
I shoot Brees a little bit of bail for him being like 5'9". You know what I'm saying? And being one of the most accurate quarterbacks out there. No, for real though. You know what I'm saying? Like being 5'9" in the pocket, that's no joke.
But that's not
to me.
I respect the guy. I respect Brees. I love Brees. He's a great quarterback. He's a great guy. But dog, he's not top 10, dog. Like he's not.
He's not.
No, I'll say he's like 10 to 15.
Yeah, he's like 10
around there.
That's what I said. He's like near 15 to 20. Like to me, he's not top 10. But if you want to put him at 11 or 12, that's cool with me. But he's not in the top 10. He's not.
Yeah, like you got your Steve Youngs out here. You know what I'm saying?
You forgot Steve Young was out there balling. And Steve Young was better. You got Jim Kelly. He went to
Jim Kelly's now.
You serious? Jim Kelly is better than Drew Brees.
I had a question. Why does it take so long for like legend football players to get into the Hall of Fame?
Because it's racist and they're pricks and their politics always involved. That's why, because that's just who they are. It took a long time for a lot of guys to get in. Jimmy Johnson just got in. That's a travesty. He just got in the Hall of Fame. That's a travesty.
Yeah, that's
I never understood.
Yeah, it's called agendas, bro. It's called agendas, man.
It's an agenda.
It's all about certain agendas.
Yeah, politics.
Right. It's politics. So that's all I'm saying. Like, I love Brees, dog, but dog, Jim Kelly, Fran Tarkenton. Come on, dog. We got Carter, dog. We got QBs everywhere, dog. That put
Dan Fouts.
Dan Fouts, dog. Eric Coryell. You kidding me? It's like, dog, I'm not taking none from Brees. He's great, but come on. Like, if you take away that one playoff run with the Saints where they won against the Colts, and to me in that game, he really wasn't that impressive. It was the defense, and Peyton Manning did what he usually do, choke.
Right.
Personally, from watching that Super Bowl, because I don't really remember it all like that great because Brees was decent, but he didn't put up no performance like going crazy in the Super Bowl.
Going to the, I remember in the championship game, Darren Sharper picked. I think he was the one who picked off he had the pick six to send him to the Super Bowl.
Porter. It was
Tracy Porter. It was
Tracy
Porter.
Porter got the pick and ran it back, and he had the ball, put it in the air. That was my favorite part.
That was ball game.
Yep, that was it.
I was watching it. I was at the casino watching it, and I seen Terry Ford. Tracy Ford gets that pick 6.
Yeah, I'm like, wow. Shit, the Saints are going to the Super Bowl. The Aints made it to the bowl.
That's right. The Aints made it to the bowl.
Right. That's how you know the Lions is trash.
Lions, man.
You niggas get on my nerves, Dad. They get on my nerves.
Really, that is freaking funny.
I know.
Yeah, that's what pissed me off about the Lions, man. Y'all be having transcendent talent. Probably the
y'all had Sue, man.
Run us off the game.
Never build around them.
Yeah, matter of fact, we run them away from the game.
Sanders.
It's only facts, you know what I'm saying? I can say this, you know what I'm saying?
They messing up people's Thanksgivings and shit.
Listen, now the Lions is like your crackhead uncle and shit. Like you love that nigga to death and shit, dad, but you know what I'm saying? It is what it is and shit. That big smoke crack.
Oh yeah, y'all did have Megatron.
He said they like the crackhead uncle shit.
Real, man. Just disappointing, dad. You know what I'm saying? You think that
like I said, but in 3 years they'd be in the playoffs, man.
Maybe, man. Listen,
I just don't like y'all coach, man. I don't know why y'all hired that coach.
I mean,
I don't know who
he have a reputation. Like I think he was like a what you call interim coach, like in Miami or somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like for like half a season or whatever. He don't have everywhere else. He was just like an assistant.
He looked like one and done.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, when you take an interim job, you know what I'm saying, you probably gonna get let go of. You just there until they find out who they want and shit. You know what I'm saying? Unless you impress them so much that they just keep you. That rarely happens, you know. But no, I mean, for real, that's just it. That rarely happens. You know what I'm saying? Where they be so hype about the interim coach that they just like they keep them. You know, usually that's a mistake. So people they just go in a whole different direction.
That's a mistake.
Yeah, but you know, you just got to see. Yeah, you just got to see. Like, I mean, as far as I haven't seen anything organizational that they've changed. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what to expect from these fools other than what they've been doing.
Like I said, 3 years. They got the dude that built the Chiefs, and then he built the Browns. So if he could build the Browns to be a playoff team, I know he could do the Lions.
Listen, as an assistant, the coach got some pedigree. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta pull it up. I just researched the dude like one time just to see what he was about. You know what I'm saying? He got a little bit of pedigree, but he ain't never had no head coaching spot. You know what I'm saying? And so we just gotta see, Dad. We just gotta see, man.
He just ruined our salary cap. He just ruined our salary cap when he came here. Like he was giving out money willy-nilly.
Listen, you know what I'm saying? Us being Detroit, that's kind of what we're going to have to do anyways. You know what I'm saying? Because of our reputation, we're going to have to pay extra for players unless we just going to build through the draft, which that's probably what we should do anyways.
Listen, y'all gotta pay me 10 to 20 million to ruin my career, nigga.
Yeah, for real though. Like if this gonna be my last spot, stop. You gotta make it worth it, dog. You know what I'm saying?
It's not worth it. He don't know. He don't know.
He don't know. Abort, nigga, abort.
Listen,
abort mission T. Abort, Doug. Abort, Doug.
I'm saying, man.
Oh man, what y'all think about Cam re-signing back with the Patriots?
Who?
Well,
I mean, surprising.
That little kid got to shut up now.
I don't like it.
I mean, like to me, it's not surprising.
Who resigned with the Patriots?
I'm
I was hoping he'd go to Washington.
Yeah, I was actually.
I'm gonna give him another opportunity. If he don't show up this season, then next season, I don't know.
Listen, it's not his fault. Did y'all actually watch New England play this year?
Yes,
I saw a few games. Yeah, it was not his fault. I'm like, what kind of plays is this?
That's my point, though.
Bill Belichick threw the black man under the bus. I hated that. He threw
himself under the bus. Cam threw himself under the bus. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bruh, I can't believe you're taking responsibility for this travesty out here, man. Like, look at the plays that they calling for you, bro. Like, this
they gotta put some weapons around Cam. They gotta put some pieces around him.
They acting like Belichick don't draft good offensive players.
Man, he don't draft offense at all. Listen, man, I don't know.
Trash, dog.
I wish he would went to Washington. I thought that would have been better.
Man.
What, to get back with Ron Rivera? Hell no, he don't want to get back with Ron Rivera.
No, he don't like Rivera, dog. He hate him. He hate Rivera, dog. Like, he really hate Rivera. Rivera ruined his career, dog. He ruined his. He ruined a lot of stuff for him.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, the Patriots, they out there playing Cam like it's 2010, 2012 or some shit like that. Right. What are y'all doing?
Who raised you?
He out there running option plays and shit. Like, bruh.
That is crazy.
They're getting some weapons this time.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. I don't know, bro. Man, I seen this video. Oh man, this boy, he was on the school bus with this girl. He freaking threw this apple at this girl's head.
He said, "Girl,
the whole apple just busted over her face, dog." Oh my god! That's crazy. Oh god, I swear I have never seen this before a day in my life until now. Oh my gosh! That was
she should have had that money.
I mean, jeez. Oh my god.
You ain't never wanted to throw an apple at a bitch and shit right in the forehead.
You can't nowadays. They'll call the Me Too movement on you.
I mean, freaking apple just freaking exploded over her face.
Dog, I've seen so many crazy things happen on the school bus, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Said the school bus, the cheese. Used to ride the cheese.
Man, everybody in here rode the cheese. What you mean? Parents were finna drop your ass off and get on that bus.
The cheese in the city is the city bus. That was the cheese back when I was a kid.
I was taking city bus, school bus.
We used to ride the
city bus.
Yellow bus.
Nah, down south they ride that yellow bus, bro. Out here on the West Coast, man, you got to take public transit if you riding the yellow bus.
You drive that yellow bus in the south is hot.
Yeah. If you rode the yellow
down
bus,
south they ride that yellow bus in
For
school. I ain't
real.
gonna lie. They be riding that bus in school. But shit, you ride that motherfucker out here, bro.
You ride down that yellow.
You on the yellow. You on you know what I'm saying? That's the disability bus. That's why it's the cheese. You know what I'm saying?
Well, whatever it was called,
getting on that yellow bus and somebody on there with a football helmet talking about it. Hey man, allow.
Yeah, they had to join for the wheelchair to get on that boy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, y'all talking about
said
the
that?
small bus.
Hey, who said that?
No.
Special kids ride the short bus. Now here, the yellow bus.
You talking about the small disability bus? It be this big. And they come out the bag. I'd be like, damn, I ain't riding that bus. I'm gonna go on this long yellow bus right here. I'll holler.
Special bus.
Your slow ass can get on that disability bus. Have fun.
Y'all crazy, dog.
Man. Oh man, let me stop.
Nah, keep going, nigga. We got a long show to do.
I'm gonna be on that cheese going to hell, dog. I'm gonna stop.
Nah, you ain't gonna be on the cheese, but your ass gonna be on a straight cloud being sent down. We're gonna get him out of here. We knew he was trouble. We knew it.
No, the Vans. What y'all call? No, Van. I just call it a Van.
Hey, KT, Cash Rule said the small bus is for the kids that get out at 2:30. You right,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they have a little helper that rides on there and shit. You know what I'm saying?
They used to be beating the helper ass, dog.
Man, you know they strong as hell.
I got hit in the face down by a little retarded kid. That's how I found out that they were so strong and that they don't know how to control their
strong.
Listen, dog.
Strong.
I was talking shit, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Stronger than what they look.
Dog, this nigga turned around, dog. I thought he was about to cry. He was. He turned around, bow, just swung wildly, dog. Hit me in my cheekbone, dog. I had to beat him down. Because that shit hurt, dog. And he did it in front of everybody, dog. You know what I'm saying?
No, bro. It's me.
Yeah, the messed up part, you can't even fight him back.
Bro, you don't want to fight them back. They strong, bro. They strong as hell, bro. They got like linebacker strength.
Yeah.
Bro, y'all gotta see this shit.
I saw stars, bro.
Hey, I'll tell you what you don't do, bro. Don't ever follow. If you ever at a Burger King or a McDonald's, don't ever go in the bathroom while they using the bathroom. They get territorial like a dog or a cat. They'll turn around. What you doing there? Yeah.
No.
Come to place to get your ass whooped by a little retarded kid who's in the bathroom at a McDonald's or a Burger King. Do not go in there with them.
No. To me, I wouldn't mess. No, to me, the same thing. I wasn't going crazy because I remember we was on a bus stop and then a fight just happened. And then this little kid defended his sister. The boy got mush. Like imagine him to the streets, like to the streets all the way to the grass, and he got mush. And the boy anger was just like 0 to 1,000 because he started just rage and started crying. He's like, you know how the Hulk, like Hulk.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, of course,
you know how Hulk. You know that's called Hulk.
Built up frustration. You know what I
mean? Like you got
yeah, I know.
Then I look.
Big little stupid, dad. You don't deserve for that one, dad.
I wasn't even joking.
It's not a joke.
This is how you said it, dog.
Yeah, both of y'all stupid, dog. I wasn't even joking on nothing. I wasn't even joking on nothing.
No, for real. The kid had a frustration, like his forehead. His forehead. He had a frustration. He was raging like hell. That's why I know. I'm like, I'm not fucking with crazy people. Crazy ass little kids. They crazy. Like the boy was turning pink. Like damn, like.
Wow.
Yeah, dad.
It happens, bro.
Yeah, yo, it happens.
Ain't know what happened. That was like
y'all got me bro.
No, that was like what the what?
You get fed up with motherfuckers, man. You know, you just can't take it.
You know what the secret is? I'm always angry.
Angry. He's angry. He's an angry old man.
That's what you say, you know. I'm always angry.
Why are you angry? Because I'm mad.
Dog, that nigga just dumb, dog.
Hey, yeah, angry. He's an angry old man. He's an angry old man. He's an angry old man. You know how that grandmas be when they see you get mad. They like, look at your angry grandson. You angry. You angry.
That's funny.
That
was funny. Oh man, okay, man.
Oh God, that motherfucking T-boy, I swear that boy retarded, dog. That nigga is retarded, boy. Oh God, I'm crying over here. This nigga is stupid, boy. That's my movie too that you just did that. That was my movie.
Oh, you talking about what the first Avengers movie?
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm always angry.
Then the nigga instantly hawks up and shit like, damn.
Hey, why did they look at his ass like, damn, we didn't know you could just do it like that? The hell, they was all just standing there looking.
Listen, man. Listen, Dad.
Oh man.
Marvel on some shit right now and shit, Dad. I see you finally watched all of WandaVision.
Man, you know my late ass always watching.
You ain't that late though. It just ended a couple weeks ago, so you good.
So I'm 2 weeks late, nigga. So hey.
I'm just saying, usually you be like a year late, Dad. Like, damn, you still ain't seen that.
Man, I cannot get into WandaVision.
But dog, I watched it, dog. That shit went off, cause especially the end, I was like, but I was looking at that black girl ass the whole series. I was like, I don't know what's going on. That ass is fat. But I had to rewind the series to know what happened because I was just looking at her ass. Like, I'm like, where did they find this black girl from? What the? I said, rewind.
I will Rambo Monica Rambo, Dad. Yes, Dad. She will get the business, bro. She will get the business.
Like here, bitch.
Absolutely.
Oh man,
that ass, boy. Especially when she was walking, boy, them damn hips, boy. I was like, God,
yeah. She trying to run with that big old apple booty, Dad. Stop it, you about to trip and fall, Dad.
You couldn't do it at all, dog. I was like, man, the cameraman could just sit right here one time. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Cameraman like,
I know what they was doing. That you see, they always had her with the shots walking away and shit.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They were showcasing her ass, Dad.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
Yeah, especially at the end, boy, when she walked like to the back with the alien in that movie theater. I was like, oh yeah, there it is, boy. That God dog. Man, her ass was so bad. But Wanda went off at the end, dog. I saw her because I seen her missing on purpose, and I'm like, why the fuck she? I said, I know she ain't. I know she missing on purpose for some reason. And I saw the incantations and shit. I said, oh, all right. She got ass. Checkmate, bitch. Because I hated that bitch. Agnes, I hated that motherfucker. She was always too happy. She was always too happy. And I'm like, man, something going on here. This bitch is just too happy. Talking about okie dokie. And then she talking to the rabbit. I'm like, she talking to the fucking rabbit. I knew this bitch was crazy. I knew it. I knew she was the villain. I knew it.
Yeah, you see, they didn't kill her off, so she's gonna be back. Like either in the Doctor Strange movie or somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But she's gonna be back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and,
I like that.
Yeah, I know one thing, bro.
I like Vision was talking to his other self. That shit was clean how they broke that bitch down and then he just touched his head. That motherfucker said, I am Vision. And flew out that bitch. I said, damn. That motherfucker was cold though. That white vision, that motherfucker was nasty when he walked in there and he started choking the shit. I said, kill that bitch. Choke her. Choke her.
She was like, vision? Like, yes. Squeeze that
bitch. She been cheating on you with the new vision, nigga. Kill that bitch. I was in
She's disrespectful, son. She's disrespectful.
She was giving your nookie away. You weren't even dead for a year, nigga. It was only 6 months.
My dog. Damn thing. Damn thing.
She went and got. Then she done went and had 2 babies for this nigga. That had twins by this nigga, man.
2 babies.
Man, I know one thing, bro.
2 babies, nigga. I see you had 1. This bitch had 2.
Listen, man. I know one thing, bro. I can't wait until that Falcon and Winter Soldier movie.
That bitch next week. Off, dog. Come
next week.
Next week.
Yeah. I am going to watch it. I got the fire stick ready, nigga.
Oh, yeah. Right.
I'm gonna watch that.
Wait a minute. You can watch it on Fire Stick. You can watch it.
Hell yeah.
Watch anything on Fire Stick.
Watch anything.
Hey, does Falcon got any superpowers or he just got those wings?
Falcon got the wings and shit, but Falcon go hard though. Falcon go on the comics.
You know he's gonna have the shield in the season,
right.
In the series. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have the shield.
My only thing is all the black superheroes, man, they ain't got no powers. They always gotta have some gadgets or some shit.
No,
that's not true. Man, Falcon, man, he weak, man. He just got those wings. That's weak.
Rob just give bullet holes to everything, dog.
Yeah, he do. Falcon is kind of weak. That's why. I'm glad if they're gonna give him the Captain America, let's see what they do with it. You're right. He was weak as hell.
Yeah. No, that's what I said. I wasn't disagreeing with him. I just was like, damn, dog. Why bullet hole and everything?
We not trying to shit on the Falcon, Rod B. Damn.
AT, you walk into a little party and everything, the kids playing, a kid being Falcon. Rob be like, man, take that shit off. He weak.
You don't want to be Iron Man and that's the nigga. What about War Machine, nigga? Damn.
I know War Machine, fake ass Iron Man. Man, get him out of here too, man.
You gonna put a bullet in War Machine too, man? Come on.
I can't stand War Machine. He can't do none of Iron Man do. He shoot bullets and shit. He even got the plasma power. Like, get him out of here too.
That was the thing. Like War Machine is all artillery. You know what I'm saying? That's how.
Man, weak as hell.
Yeah, but
Okay, hold on.
No. Because he already got hurt by Falcon.
Oh man, dog.
And Black Panther low key weak too. All he got is claws. Man,
come on, here we go.
He just got a crew with him.
He got a crew with him.
Too far. He is weak.
Too far, Dad.
Wait, who's weak?
He can't beat up nobody. You saw what Thanos did to him. It was easy work.
Nigga, it's Thanos. What the fuck are you talking about? It's Thanos. What the
He got beat up by a dude with no power. He got beat up by Michael B. Jordan. No power. Man. Come on, man.
He turned Hawk into a bitch.
First of all, let me stop you, Robbie. Let me stop you because he didn't have the suit when he fought. No. He didn't have the suit when he fought.
Robbie, you been talking to Burundi today?
Yeah, always. Rob B, he got his own level of caps. You know what I'm saying?
He beat.
Rob B has story.
No, Rob B, no.
Blue Marvel week is hell some shit, man. A fucking somebody, man. Yeah, God.
I want to see to me who
they need some super. I'll be happy with Static Shock or somebody with some superpowers.
No. To me, who was weak was Ant-Man.
Well,
no, Ant-Man was more like he was more of like a thinker and scientist and shit. He really wasn't nobody like the Hulk.
All he does is just shrink and go back up and come.
Yeah, he's not a heavy hitter like that.
He just shrinks and comes taller. Like that's it.
Y'all you think everybody tonight.
No, wow.
What you said, Robbie?
I mean, all the black superheroes be weak. Like Luke Cage, weak as hell, man. Luke Cage is weak as hell, bro.
Try again, Robbie. He ain't weak.
Chill out, bro. Okay,
I fucks with Power Man, Doug. Stop it, Robbie.
What about the Green Lantern? The Green Lantern was black too.
Are you talking about what's his name, John Stewart?
It's a lot of Green Lanterns. They all
It's a lot of Green Lanterns, nigga. I'm saying that one of them.
He has a name, HD.
I know.
Look, listen. I don't know his name.
John Stewart.
I said we got a black Green Lantern. Oh shit!
John Stewart is just.
Oh shit! Boy, I was hyped.
Yeah, his name John Stewart. Yeah.
I mean, like Robbie slightly has a point, man. But like with the movies, that they're real rebuilding a lot of these old characters. Like
what about Blade?
Cage back in the day. Blade. You got your Blades, you got your Storms out here.
Once again, no power.
He's not a superhero, dude.
Blade has super strength and shit.
Blade is a fucking vampire. Nigga.
Nigga, Storm controls the weather, nigga. Controls the weather.
Yeah, Storm controlled the weather. You can't really hate on that or Blade.
What the weather gonna do, bruh?
Easy.
Who's scared of the weather, bro? Who is scared of the weather?
What's the weather gonna do?
That's not her powers, bro. That's not her powers.
Would you go outside during a hurricane or a snowstorm?
Man, come on,
a blizzard,
a tornado.
They don't never send Storm out there to go fight the Magneto. They get Wolverine and stuff.
Storm is always the last choice. Hey, what about Bishop? Bishop had powers. He could absorb and send it back at you.
Yeah, right. Bishop was the beast for sure.
Who's Bishop?
I mean, I get what you saying.
Bishop was from the X-Force. Bishop was from the X-Force.
Yep.
So what about Bishop? Blade, Bishop were wrong. Like even that video game they had, the Marvel video game shit, Blade was the best, one of the best characters on there, if not the best. He was whooping everybody ass. We beat the game because of that nigga. He came in there with the blade, cutting everybody up. Yeah, so that nigga wasn't weak.
Blade was never no weak.
Blade was wrong. Oh, Static Shock, Roselle. We know about. That's why I got my twist, nigga, because it's Static Shock. I grew up loving Static Shock, nigga. Everybody knows Static Shock.
Man, Blade weak, bro. He fight vampires. Regular people be fighting vampires, man.
That's the dude.
You don't need powers to beat up no vampires.
That's what he do, you dummy. That's what he do. He's a vampire killer. He's a vampire when he kills vampires.
But you still ain't answered the question. What about Bishop? He weak too from X-Force?
I don't remember Bishop.
You don't know.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, you tripping.
What about Media Man? He took down the Golden Lords.
That, you know what I'm saying? He saved the future. You know what I'm saying? The days of future past. You know what I'm saying? He can absorb any power and then redirect it. You know what I'm saying? That was his power, Dad. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of made him.
And he could throw hands.
He could throw them hands, and he could bust some guns too.
Shit, that was my nigga Bishop.
Man, you better freaking respect Blade, dog. Blade had superhuman
strength.
What
about Spawn? Spawn one week.
Killing factor.
That nigga.
What about
Spawn, too, boy? Come on, man.
Spawn was wrong.
No, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. In DC, Cyborg, they need to kill off Cyborg. He's not needed.
I never liked this Cyborg. I never liked this Cyborg.
It's like for real. If y'all know how Cyborg was created, he was created from like the technology of like those mother boxes from like Apocalypse and Darkseid and all that shit. Have you noticed that it's like really a freaking walking, talking mother box? That's how shit. That's how freaking Darkseid, shit. I don't even know if this is like in the comic. I seen this in the movie. He was actually able to, see actually playing ahead of what Superman was trying to do in Ambush Apocalypse and all that shit. He was actually able to plan ahead of that shit. So
oh yeah, Blue Adam, yeah.
I just want to see a black superhero with some real powers. He don't need no suit. He don't need to stick no needle up his butt to get super strength. I need to see some real.
Hold on, Robbie. My question, hello.
Blade, bitch ass.
Hello, Robbie. My question is, why you always
needle up his butt? What is you talking about? Nigga, was you watching porno? Were you watching a porno, Blade?
It's Robbie, man.
Like
this is like how Phineas in the Midwest.
He was watching Sisters with Marlon Williams. Marlon Wayne.
What are we talking about?
He gotta take a needle once in a while, or he can so he can walk during the day.
No, he took the needle to control his thirst, nigga. He's a vampire. He would, if he didn't take the needle to control his thirst, he would tear everybody apart.
Right.
What are you talking about? He didn't take that to be able to walk.
Ladies and gentlemen, Robbie.
Cliff said,
"Oh yeah, Kano week 2.
Blade after dark."
Who was week 2?
Kano in Mortal Kombat. He week 2. The worst character on that game.
White dude. He's like an Australian. He's a fucking Aussie. He's like a kangaroo Jack nigga, man. Come on.
Or Jax. Jax, that's my man.
Hey, bro, you're not gonna get on Jax, dog. You was not gonna.
Jax is weak, bro. Jax is the worst character, bro.
Nobody claims Jax. We don't claim Steve Harvey. We never claimed that.
No. He ain't talking about the actor. He's talking about the actual freaking video game character, Jax.
I didn't like Jax either. Jax was weak to me. So
come on.
Jax was weak.
I mean, on Mortal Kombat 2, that nigga was stoned, dog. Cause like you could snatch a nigga and punch the shit off and gotcha. Come
on, though, nigga. You ain't pick that nigga over Scorpion and shit or Sub-Zero, man.
Nah.
Listen.
But you can get down with Jax if you knew how to use them. You can get down with Jax.
Oh yeah, if you know how to use them, yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, he was weak, dog. Jax is kind of weak. Jax was weak, dog. Like, I'm sorry.
Mechanical arms and shit, you know what I mean? He's making them clink as fast when he punch a motherfucker.
Look, if I want to punch somebody, I'd have played Fight Night, nigga. I wanted a nigga with powers who could hit you with that. Get over here, like that.
Yeah, man.
You know?
We don't need comic book characters, man. We got real life niggas that get down and dirty, dad.
Right. You feel me? Like, we saw Hagler. God rest Hagler's soul.
Rest in peace, Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Right.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely, man.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, Goku was black. Shit, nigga, he can power up. Shit, Goku was black. That was a nigga all day. The nigga, he barely seen his kid. He was always out training. You know, every time he came around, his bitch was cussing him out. That nigga was black to me. Shit. He was always dodging child support. He was always on another planet.
That nigga Chi used to all be on his ass, nigga.
Nigga, baby mama was tripping. Vegeta black. Vegeta the biggest nigga I know. Vegeta be telling his homeboy, I'm gonna help you up. Then he backstabbed his ass. That's some black people shit. So hey, we had two powers. We got Vegeta and we got Goku. So shit, we got some black people who wrong.
Hey, man, if you want
and then guess what? Guess what? When they seen the moon, nigga, they turned to a monkey. That's some black people.
I'm done.
Oh yeah,
finish him.
Hell no. We ain't claiming Piccolo.
Hey, Piccolo was a nigga for sure, dad.
He was
no, we can't claim Piccolo.
His name was Piccolo.
Dude, Piccolo was Piccolo.
He took way too many L's, bro.
He was beating kids, dog.
Right,
he took way too many L's.
If we gonna do that shit, then Superman was black, boy, because can't no Edomite stand in the sun and get powered up and shit.
Oh, absolutely. Superman was light skinned.
He was light skinned, right?
He light skinned. He was black. Yeah. Superman was black. What white person you know?
Superman daddy name was Jarrell. Think about it. Daddy name was Jarrell.
Right. I knew Superman was black. I knew Superman was black, dog. When that green came around, the green kryptonite, that shit made him weak. That's weed, nigga. So I knew he was black.
Nigga, and what's that? What was it? Wasn't it? It's like his name was like El Khalid or some shit. Like that shit Muslim than a motherfucker.
He was black. Dude, come on. What superhero you know? What white person you know survive a sun all day? Come on.
You feel me, dog? Exactly.
Facts.
It's like, bro, you know what I mean? They have no pigmentless, dog. If they stand in the sun for too long, they get heat.
Find me the white boy named Jarrell, dad.
Exactly. Superman, Goku, and Vegeta was black, dog. We had 3 major black superheroes. 3 black. Dude, Goku, I'm telling you, I knew they was black. Like, dude, we was watching Dragon Ball Z. Goku, like, oh, I gotta go, Chi-Chi. Man, he barely see the sun for like 20 years. By the time he died, if that ain't black people shit, what is, dog? Y'all gotta look at the signs, dog. Shit.
Oh my God.
We had Superman, Goku, and Vegeta, dog. We good. We good over here.
Oh man, I'm fucking crying over here. Oh man.
Oh, Darth Vader? Nah, Darth Vader was white.
Ain't nobody going there. Ain't nobody going to go there and just breathe.
It was James Earl Jones that voiced Darth Vader. You know what I'm saying? In the Return of the Jedi, dog, when they took the helmet off the nigga Darth Vader, that niggas did not expect some fat white man underneath. Like, who is this nigga, dog? This ain't James Earl Jones, nigga. Where the fuck is James Earl Jones, dog?
I looked at my dad like, Dad, he ain't black. Who the hell is this?
Like, for real.
Like, nigga, who is this pale motherfucker, Dad? Like, they put some kind of white makeup on James Earl Jones. What's up, Dad?
Hey, T, Darth Vader looked like the nigga off of the Chappelle Show, powder and shit.
Ashy Larry. Ashy Larry.
No, we not claiming Darth Vader. I'm not going to claim the guy that's breathe on the damn mask.
Darth Vader was white, dog. That motherfucker killed. He killed everybody, all the kids.
Man, he killed all them kids, man.
Right.
No, man. I'm not finna
He killed all them damn kids.
Darth Vader was a serial killer. That nigga white.
Right, he white. Darth Vader was a serial killer, dog.
He cut his own son hand off, dog. His own son.
Hey, T. Also, would prove Goku black. He eat, fight, and sleep. Nigga, come on, man. Come on, man.
They sound like a nigga to me.
That sounds like a line. It don't get more African than that.
Right.
It is.
Talk about he Asian. I told my homeboy, nigga, what Asian you know fight, eat, and sleep all day, nigga, and then dodge they kid for child support, nigga? what Asian you know on a whole nother planet? This nigga on another planet died, got wished back, and still left his bitch there. Ain't even pay child support. Knocked it down and had Goten, nigga. He had Goten, knocked it down, had Goten and left. Goten don't even know what the nigga look like. He was like, you my daddy?
Nigga, you know, in China, the father of martial arts is an African guy. Is an African dude. You know what I'm saying? All day up and down.
Yep.
That's hilarious, bro. Oh.
All day up and down.
No, come on, dog. Like, what, dude? Come on, like, seriously, like, dude. They had their own race. They fight it. They go somewhere, fuck everything up, man. Come on, that's black people shit. Stans was black, dog. Like, stop.
Hey,
I don't want
Kryptonians is black out here, boy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
That niggas had Muslim. They all had Muslim names. Dad, stop it.
Right. They just painted them white to try to fool everybody. Oh, they were. I'm like, man, ain't no white person. Y'all be in the sun all day. Y'all sunburned.
Yeah. Y'all get sun, y'all get skin cancer out here, boy. Y'all shrivel up.
Right.
Right. Oh, God. This is fun.
Yeah, Andrew Walker. Yeah, Darth Vader was a serial killer, dog. He killed everybody.
Listen, man. When
he just breathed like.
Right.
Listen, that was James Earl Jones speaking, dad.
Right.
That's about as black as you
That's
get.
about black as he was.
The voice was strong. Her voice was strong with this one.
Hey yo, if Vegeta never did shopping with his girl, that nigga always wanted to work.
Oh, nigga, he hates spending time with his chick, nigga. More than I do and shit.
Right.
Oh, man.
Like, damn. Oh, man. Nigga stupid, man. Y'all
Man, Yoda wasn't no nigga. Yoda was a dirty white man. He was a
pedophile. You seen the Chappelle show?
Yeah.
He is a pedophile.
You saw how he was on Luke back. He all feeling on everything, rubbing on him like, I think we gotta go this way. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't no pedo. He's a kid.
You see the Chappelle skit, dad. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but look on the bright side.
He ain't no pedo. He's a kid.
Niggas operate like the Catholic Church and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look on the bright side, though. You know what I mean?
Like they was gonna get mad at that nigga for getting some pussy and shit. Dad. That's why Abby turned out the way he did. That it was all because he just wanted to fuck. That was it.
Right.
He was infatuated, Dad. It's called infatuation. Nigga, who didn't have a crush on their babysitter? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Damn it, shit.
Right.
I mean, you want to be like, oh, y'all old ass niggas who ain't had pussy in over 100 years? Come on.
You saw Samuel Jackson was talking calm. You know he ain't getting no pussy.
Right.
He was talking calm.
Control ever, Dad. Like you said.
What was the Joker?
You said what?
What was the Joker?
What was the Joker?
Joker was white. What you talking about?
We ain't crazy like that. Hell no. We ain't crazy like that.
Yeah, bombs and all of that shit. That's the white man, Dad. You know what I'm saying? Gas.
He made up a story he was smashing the chick and killed her, dog, because she ain't want him. Man, that's some white people junk. We ain't finna make that up.
Him and Harry Queen. No. He fucked Harry Queen. And treated like a
prostitute. No, nigga, I'm talking about the movie Joker, nigga. He was Tateo in that movie, nigga. He was claiming he smashed and he wasn't.
No. I'm just saying.
The audience, you know what I'm saying? Like he went going around saying.
To me, the comics,
Who was old girl? That she was cute to the motherfucker in that movie, Dad. Who was
Domino? That was Domino from Deadpool.
Oh man, she's a cutie, Dad.
Yeah,
Zazie Beetz.
I wanted to smash her as soon as she walked in. I said, man, F this movie. They need to go back to her.
Yeah.
So Bane must be black then.
Who, Bane? Oh, hell yeah, Bane black. Bane walked in there talking about
American. He's Latin, you know what I'm saying?
That nigga was calm and he was big and he told you, I'm going to break you. That's some black people shit. That nigga big as hell.
You just couldn't tell over that mask, but Bane really looked like what's his name? Chris Humphries from the Timberwolves.
Chris Humphries almost made me spit up my drink, Frank.
Bro, I mean, on some real shit though. I think one of them was light skinned though, man. Y'all, I'm just saying.
No, you know he's a fuck.
Yeah, one of them. I think one of them was light skinned, bro. Y'all seen that ass, bro?
Man, I don't care what she was, Gal Gadot or Kadot, whatever that bitch would get the business, nigga, with the lasso.
With the lasso.
She'll get tied up with the lasso.
Right.
That bitch was fine, dog. I was like, this bitch fine, dog. And I didn't know she was in Fast and Furious. I was like, that's the same bitch.
Wait a minute, she was? Hold on, which one?
She was the real skinny one that had the like black leopard suit and shit on, and they was tight, had the ponytail. I think she was in Fast 5 and 6. I think
really?
she died in Fast 6.
Oh,
she was with the Asian dude.
She wasn't.
Yeah, he was working. I see why Asian dudes start smashing. Asian dude like, y'all ain't gonna smash this. Shit, I got it.
Wait, which movie?
Gal Gadot, yeah, the girl played Wonder Woman. She was in Fast 5.
Yeah, he was smoking that cigarette and saw her walk in. That Asian dude dropped that cigarette.
Man, who's working with him? What's going on?
Man, he stepped out of character, nigga.
What's going on?
That's how you know a chick fine in the movie, when a nigga step out of character.
Man, for real. That's funny, bro. Yeah, man, she light skinned, bro.
Yeah, because she did a lot of light skinned stuff.
Yeah, man. Oh, bro, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
That joke funny.
Yeah. Hey, did y'all, hey, HD, you still on Cino Patreon?
Yeah, I'm still on it.
Yeah, you so who you would have picked out of those players coming out if you was the GM? Who you would have picked? Did you see that one?
Hold on, I got it right here open. Let me see. I could pull it up now. I keep that bitch up because I be because I fall asleep listening to y'all on the panel. I be laughing. Y'all be keeping me rolling. Let me see. It's gonna pull up. Shit gotta load. I gotta update my shit.
Man, I was hoping to see that one dude back, King of the League.
Oh, King of the League, dumbass. He ain't finna come in here like him and this other dude. They was on the Peyton Manning video getting mad. Like, all you do is yell. You don't have no context or talk. And I was like, nigga, you just like LeBron, nigga. You be on his dick. It ain't my fault that he sucked. Nigga, what's wrong with you? Like, why? This is what I don't get. If you don't like what I say, you ain't got to come here. It's fine with me.
Right.
You know, man, that dude said Tom Brady was average, bro. All credibility, bro.
Yeah, he lost his credibility.
Oh, you talking about the old boy that came on the stream last time?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Saying Tom Brady was average.
Okay. Nick, it's Kobe, Mike, LeBron, Shaq, and Magic, right?
Yeah. It's like coming out of college or high school.
All in the same class, and I could pick.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. Who would you pick?
I got Magic. I need a point guard. I gotta have him run the team, and I need a floor general. So I'm going with Magic over all of them.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like if you're not knowing, of course, you know, I early on I had to think hard on this because it's like I can't really, you know what I mean, not including, you know, how they were or how they became later on in the league, because of course we all know how what Mike became later on in as his career.
Right.
But you know, early on and coming out of college, you know what I mean, he just came from winning a national championship in Michigan State. You know what I mean? And what Magic could do, I put this comment in there in the comment section. I was like, you know, Magic, he could get his teammates involved as well as, you know, enhance their gameplay. He could do everything on the court, score, you know, rebound, you know, he could stick defense. He was a solid defender and all that, you know. So
yeah, I would go with well, and plus not only that, Magic was more ready. To me, like Magic, the thing that Magic could do, and that's why I like him and Isaiah Thomas a lot. They can make the guy at the end of the bench like better than what he is. Like they can get him the easy basket, and then they could get, and then they were floor generals. Everything was like matched together. They knew how to put things together. Like if I had a team and I already had a point guard, then I probably would go either Mike or Kobe. One of them, and then Shaq. I'm not taking Shaq, y'all, because Shaq got did up by Christian Laettner. So that would make me like, no, I'm not going to take him because defensively, people forget, defensively, Shaq was terrible. Like, he didn't know how to slide his feet well, the pick and roll. That's what used to kill the Lakers. The Lakers had a bad pick and roll defense. That's why the Pistons used to kill them all the time because Rick would come off of that pick and roll, and he knows Shaq ain't going to step up.
Right.
Them and the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah, Mike Bibby come off of that. Oh, and the Spurs, Tony Parker. How can I forget? That's what made Tony famous. Coming off those pick and rolls and just whop, just killing them. It was like, damn, Shaq, you gonna step up, and Shaq just never stepped up.
Yeah, he was lazy on defense, dog.
Yeah.
He was always getting did in by every center, damn near every center in the league.
Tony Parker led the league in points in the paint as a point guard.
Yeah, man, with that little sneaky floater that he would always put in, bro, jumping off 2 feet to get the floater in.
Andrew Walker, if I was a GM and I had to choose between Magic, Kobe, Mike, Shaq, I'm going with who was the other guy? It was
everybody. It was
LeBron. Okay, it was LeBron. I'm going with Magic, dude. Magic took Michigan State to the finals.
To the championship.
To the finals, like in college basketball, and won against probably the other great player in college, or one in Larry Bird. Yeah. He beat Bird. Like, dude, he outsmarted Bird every time they played. He knew how to beat Bird. That's why Bird always says in his game, Magic was the greatest basketball player he's ever played against. He was the best.
For real. You know what I mean?
But in those early days, like, he needed a scorer, though. Like, he needed a James Worthy. You know what I'm saying? He needed a needed a Greg Kelser.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he just needed somebody who was going to be a steady performer with him. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he could Magic had incredible court vision because he could see over everything.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And
he was always in control of what happened. Yeah, he was always in control of the pace of the game. You know what I'm saying? But like, he needed a score. He needed a scorer for sure. You know what I'm saying? It takes some pressure.
But Magic was clutch too.
What Magic's knock was he couldn't shoot the ball. You know what I'm saying? That was his one knock.
Right. Well, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, also, you could get Kobe out of that too, because see, Kobe could run the point and he could score. The early Kobe.
Yeah.
So he could run the floor and he could pass and set guys up. So it depends on what you need. And then Mike, you know, if you need a heavy guy to score, Mike will take your team with a bunch of
Mike do it all.
You go off. So it's really no wrong answer, but I'm not taking Shaq or LeBron out of any of that. I would take Magic, Mike.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm with everybody on that one.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm definitely not taking Shaq or LeBron, but Magic is the most like, you know what I'm saying, intrinsic piece because he could play all 5 positions. The other 2 can't.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that's why
clutch.
And he was clutch. That's why I said I would take Magic, because my brother, that's all we used to watch. Like, he's Magic Johnson. That was his guy.
Right. You know what I mean? And plus, it's like, to me,
I still think you need a complimentary. Like, it just depends on what I needed. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it's like, if I got back, I gotta have a complimentary piece with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm just looking at though, if I just want, I'm if it's like the first pick, it's my first player, then I'm going for somebody heavy-handed in the scoring. So I got to go with Kobe or Mike. You know what I'm saying? If that's what I'm looking for.
That was the hard part, dog. That's the hard part, because Mike, he could do everything on the court. It's just the fact that I felt like Magic was, you know what I mean? I felt like Magic knew how to win early on more so than Mike.
Yeah. Yeah. And he had a higher IQ than me than both of them. That's just me.
It was hard for me.
This is true. Man, shit. It's hard. Yeah. Because, I mean, Magic, he know the game up and down. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think
you're not wrong, T. That's good thinking, because if you got Kobe or Mike, because imagine if Kobe would have went to Charlotte, Kobe would have learned, I think, the same way Mike did, under fire. And I think he would have been just as good, if not better, to me early on, because he would have learned. I just think when he went to the Lakers, his game was so suppressed, we really didn't get to see until, Shaq at the time, when each year, and then when Shaq was starting to fade out a little bit, we start seeing what he could have been earlier in Charlotte. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Because they was already talented. Like, Eddie Jones was starting over Kobe.
Right.
So.
Right. That's why I make this argument to people like, dude, Kobe got traded to a team that was ready to win. LeBron would have never dealt with that pressure like that. He would have crumbled under that pressure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Lakers and play with Eddie Jones, Van Exel, Shaq. that and then shoot air balls, and he just shot air balls, that nigga would have left the league.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. You know how mentally he is. Right.
He would have left the league. That's why it's just laughable to be people say LeBron better. I'm like, how? Like, the king of the league was in here. I was like, dude, you an idiot. Like, Kobe wasn't that guy.
Yeah, dog. Like, I'm taking a break from Clubhouse after tonight, bro. Because when I was discussing LeBron, whatever, man, everybody want to get on my head and stuff. And all of a sudden, somebody brought the turnover ratio, dog. And I was like, this guy's a 2-to-1 assist the turnover ratio. I'm like, that's actually decent. But I was about to say, well, when you compare it to Magic Johnson, John Stockton, Jason Kidd, they have better assist to turnover ratio, and I couldn't even get a word in no more. So I was like,
it's like, bro, I'm out. To your point, dog. It's like, bro, dude, LeBron is the all-time leader in turnovers, dog. So killed all that court IQ crap. He's a great passer and all that crap. I'm like, dead that, please.
Yeah, and then
I don't argue with I don't argue with unauthorized dudes about LeBron, Dad. I remember a couple years ago, like, a nigga around here got shot over a KD LeBron argument. You know what I'm saying? I do not mess with LeBron.
Man, that's Detroit for you.
Bruh. Well, I think it was some money too, but you know what I'm saying? It all started over KD versus LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Like, how could that ever get out of hand to the point where they get shot? You know what I'm saying?
That's some wild shit, man.
No, I'm just saying, but that's how some of these LeBron fans are, dog. They will literally drink this dude bathwater. It's like, damn.
I got into an argument like that in the barbershop. He told me to get out the chair. I had to come back next weekend.
You probably said some other dumbass shit, Rob. That's not what got you kicked out the chair. You probably came in there and talked about Black Panther was weak, nigga. They kicked your ass out the chair.
That happened to me because I was like,
told them, man, Black Panther is trash and overrated. He's like, get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
You gotta come back tomorrow.
I mean that happened to me with the Bronx. I was like, nah, I'll put him in the top 15. And then one fan got mad. He said, no, put him up more. He deserves more. Like,
no, I pissed people off in my barbershop.
It's a joke. It was a joke.
I said, nah, nigga, that nigga is in my top 60, bro. That nigga said, what?
Not 60, not 70, not 80, not 90.
Nigga. That nigga is 6'0", nigga. If that, he might be 70, because it was dog. Because I was watching some Sam Cassell tapes, and I'm like, man, Sam Cassell was better than this nigga, dog.
Right.
Yeah, nigga, it's like, bruh, when you come down to it, he like, honestly, I feel like he's right at the level of like a Vin Baker, like right in his prime. You know what I'm saying?
Like he's around there, and that ain't bad. It's just that ain't bad.
Like Vin Baker was decent when he wasn't drunk.
Yeah. You know, you had to hide the bottle from that nigga.
Yeah.
But these people are so numbers oriented, dog. They are so stat numbers.
Right, it's like, bro, skip numbers, bro. It's like, once again, it's like Frank always said this, and we always agree. You know what I mean? Basketball is not played on some damn stat sheet. It's played on the basketball court, dog.
No,
it's the eye test.
Exactly. No. He doesn't pass the eye test. He's trying to pass the paper test, but he don't pass the eye test.
Right.
Kind of like Blue Streak. How many times did you take the test? What test? The detective test. Oh, I did good on the written part, but I failed the performance.
Right, man. That's all.
Paper check.
Paper check. That's all I was trying to say, but it's whatever, dog. Like, I'm getting off that mug for a minute, bro.
Yeah, it's not worth it, cause them niggas, they be so delusional, dad. Like, it's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? You just
the most random thing either, cause I be like, yeah, Kyrie over saved the game, and like, he hit the game winner, but LeBron hit the clutch free throw. I was like, man,
a free throw, dog.
He barely even made that.
Yeah, I'm like, man.
I just talking facts to them, and then I ask questions. They bury themselves. You know what I'm saying? Then the first thing they want to go run into is, man, hating on that black man. Like this nigga's the only nigga in basketball, dog. Like, stop it.
He's the only black guy in basketball.
Like,
he the only black guy in basketball. There's no Jimmy Butler. There's no Kawhi Leonard. There's
no Kevin Durant. Like,
my favorite argument is when they say, "Come on, dog, how he ain't bet? He built the school for it. He doing shit for the community. He built the school."
That's the next one. Bro. That's the next fallback. The community. I mean, what he do for the community, man? He do so much for the community. I'm like, so what the fuck does that have to do with his game?
Nothing to do with on the court.
I feel like every time I say who plays better point. I said such play a point. And some fans be like, well, he's not a 17 all-star like him. Well, he didn't talk to me when he won 4 times championship. Like,
bro, somebody said that tonight, bro. That same line, dog.
Like, he ain't a 4-time all-star. Like he hadn't led a team in scoring. Like he's in the scoring list and the passing list with John Stockton, like Magic Johnson.
Wow. I mean, LeBron said this league is scoring like once.
Yeah, it was one time.
It was once. And he led the league in assists only one time. So it's like, how special are you?
Yeah, what are you doing, bro?
And then,
even older people that watch 90 stuffs are fans of him.
See, now that shit irritates me, man. It's like, y'all know better. Y'all should really know better because y'all seen greatness.
I'm like,
get
the fuck out of what are you like?
I'll be watching Ticket Channel, and it be a lot of delusional people over there. It's like, and then they be calling Ticket a hater. I'm like, dude, Ticket got him in his top 4 or 5, dog. If
that makes absolutely no sense at all, but still.
Well, I mean, I respect Ticket's thing, but I'm just saying, like you're calling him a hater because he just call out BS. It's like, you guys are really delusional. I really believe y'all would drink this nigga bathwater, dog, and y'all would actually guzzle him down.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It really crazy. Terrible. Because you just said it. They get mad because he put LeBron in his top 5, dog. Y'all get mad over that, bro.
Yeah. They're like, no, we want him more. No, we need more.
Unless he's considered the GOAT, you know what I'm saying? They be ready to slice your throat. And it's like, bro, come on, man.
It's kind of like you arguing with a child, you know what I'm saying, about Santa Claus being real. You ask them, how could somebody go to all these houses and in a 12-hour period and drop all these presents? But they argue with you, you know what I'm saying, regardless. It's like they're a child and you're hurting their feelings because you're crushing their dreams about their hero.
Yep. It's like you can take this chimney and nigga, this is a chimney. Ain't no nigga fit down this chimney, dog.
Especially the big fat ass motherfucker like some Santa Claus dude. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, then they'll go to that Tim Allen Santa Claus movie and they'll be like, the magic will suck them in and then it'll pop them right back out.
Start talking some more off the wall fantastical shit.
I mean, when I learned that it was like a chess over checkers with them.
Yeah, hey, listen, I always say, like, if you can't talk about what's on the court, cut it out, man. You know what I'm saying? I told a lot of motherfuckers like a couple years ago, like, bruh, this whole Kobe LeBron thing, this whole Kobe LeBron Mike stuff, it's got to stop. Like
it does,
because to me that's ruining the history of basketball. Your mic messed up, Uncle Frank.
Yeah, Uncle Frank, you got your mic covered up, I think.
Your mic covered up.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you now.
Yeah, I was saying though, but T, you know what I'm saying? A lot of cats ain't even in a position to watch the game that's on the court because they can't understand the game that's being played, and they can't even, you know what I'm saying, perceive how it was played back in the day to how it is now. All they do is watch the highlights, and so they watch the highlights, and the highlights can indicate any kind of story they want. Somebody could have a terrible game, they'll make it look like they was good, so they'll see the highlights and they'll be like, man, he was doing this, he was doing that. You can't tell me he wasn't balling.
Yes, I can if you watch the game. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But my thing is this. It's like, I just get tired of people who come to platforms. Like I told this one guy, like, dude, if you want to hear somebody talk about LeBron and love LeBron, go to their platform. There's plenty of YouTube pages you could go to express your love for LeBron. I mean, and do your heart thing and have your flowers and your candy, go do that over there. But here, I'm a dog the hell out of LeBron, dog.
We're going to talk for real. We're going to talk the real.
It's like we respect any point of view, but just come with some logic and shit. You know what I'm saying? If you can't come with no logic, dog, stop it. Cut it out.
Dog. and people on there, and most people in that chat said I was talking to barbershop talk. I'm like, bro, I gave y'all many examples of the flaws in this game, bro. Y'all call it barbershop talk? Really?
Yeah.
It's all barbershop talk.
Yeah, that's all.
They said it was
You're right.
Let's keep it real. Don't be saying all the LeBron to go and the daddy. Like LeBron is my daddy. That crap.
Yeah, but the thing is, what I'm saying is about LeBron is my problem with him is that he has done too much to me that has destroyed what the league's fabric was about. Like, for instance, the All-Star game, the East versus West, that was something we grew up loving. Like that's something we were waiting for. Like we loved the beginning part of the season, but we wanted to see the East and West because you know, me being an East, I'm on the East side, man. Some of my cousins, they West all day because they from out West. So that was competition as well. And it was fun because these guys actually took it seriously. Now it's a travesty. Now it's like it don't mean nothing anymore. Then it's like you doing all these dunks and stuff. You couldn't bless us with at least 1 or 2 dunk contests. I mean, I understand it's just a dunk contest, but no, everybody did it. Kobe did it. Nick did it. Dominique did it. Mike, all you guys did it. Like Josh Smith did it. Like and Josh Smith was thrown in love with the word.
Yeah, and the bad part
to me, but see, like part of that is like I don't blame LeBron necessarily for that. You know what I'm saying? It's like because like it's the league's fault. Like the league, the owners, man, they all are on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like the way they've been building their teams for like the last 20 years. Like it's just the game is just progressively gone this way because that's what the league wants. You know what I'm saying? Now David Stern, when he was commissioner, he said it will never be a Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Now, not to say that it won't be somebody that comes along with the talent of Michael Jordan, but in terms of somebody dominating the attention of the league like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, it'll never be.
But it has come back around and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they got away from that. They had stars. You had your Tim Duncans, you had your Tracy McGrady's, your Iversons, your Kobe's. You know what I'm saying? Like all of them shared the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Now you've gotten back to this place where they really just promote LeBron. You know what I'm saying? And don't nobody else really get no shine like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the league's fault. You know what I'm saying? The league is what sets the agenda. You know what I'm saying? Like LeBron can say whatever he wants to, but if the league don't agree with him, you know what I'm saying, then that's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's the fucking league's fault that the league is so trash right now.
True.
You know what I'm saying? But where I do fault LeBron at is that, you know what I'm saying, it's just the accumulation of so much whole ass shit I've seen from him on the court over and on. Like for real, you know what I'm saying? Like from fucking quitting and when he played Boston, you know what I'm saying? Like to being schmarmy and slimy and teaming up with Wade and them, and you know what I'm saying? It's not just like one thing. It's the accumulation of a bunch of things. And it's like, bro, how can you put the guy in the same vein as players who played the game with passion, played the game to win?
And he don't stop. You think he'll like, okay, I'm cool with this, but he don't stop. First it was Miami. Then he got his own agency. Then he's doing Space Jam 2.
I mean, his agency,
he can move. You know what I'm saying? He's colluded and he's doing illegal things to move players around at willy-nilly, you know what I'm saying, to make it easier for him. You know what I'm saying? He's
like Jordan did his little stuff, but
he's dictating and controlling other people's you know what I'm saying, their destiny, like Kyrie Irving. For instance, he fired his coach when they had the #1 record in the East at the time. You know what I'm saying? Who gets that kind of privilege and power?
And it's just like shit like that all the way down to, you know what I'm saying, you in the finals and the clock is running down in the fourth quarter. You don't want to get toasted, so you shove your mans out there to get toasted and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you just be doing some bullshit.
He did Rodney Hood dirty on that play, dog. It was like, KD said, I'm gonna hit it from deep on you because I have no respect.
Listen, man, why you just step out there yourself? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just an accumulation of wearing the cast after Game 7. After the game you get beat, you got a cast on. Talking about
you get swept there. You want to talk about? Oh man,
I was so mad after Game 2. I broke my hand, man.
Well, Reginald, this what I would have done, like in that situation, Reginald. If somebody smashed my mom's, I would have beat his ass, and then I would have took it out on the Celtics. I would have put out on the Celtics. That's what men do. Like, yeah, we understand the dude smash his mom. That's messed up.
What the fuck you gonna do about it?
I'm gonna whoop his ass, and then I'm gonna throw his ass out the league too, and then I'm gonna drop this 50-60 burger and beat the Celtics and go win a championship. That's what guys do. That's what real men do. You can't control your mom's nookie, dog. Your mom don't give a nookie to anybody. That's
like all you can do, if you feel a certain kind of way, you can address the dude about it. That's about all you can do. You know what I'm saying? If she want to fuck the nigga, that's what she gonna do, nigga. That's your mama, nigga.
Exactly. Like, and to me, it's like this, like, dude, like, that really want your boy like that. Y'all was teammates. I understand if Mav or Rich did it, but this is a random nigga. You should have went to go beat his ass to sleep. Them two niggas, if Mav or Rich did it, you shoot them. You know what I'm saying?
Delonte crazy, dad. He ain't want no smoke with Delonte, dad. He ain't want no smoke with him. Delonte crazy.
Yeah, Delonte
like real life crazy. You seen this nigga?
He is. No, Delonte is. I knew he was crazy when I saw him play with Jameer Nelson. Jameer was the only one who could talk to him.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
I knew he was crazy after that ESPN back special where he's talking about telling Cubs go get his donuts. Oh, the hot sauce in my bag. I forgot about that too. Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, this nigga's nuts.
Yeah. Oh, he got caught driving around in Cleveland with a bag of guns on a motorbike.
Yeah, Dad. Listen, bro. LeBron ain't want no smoke. He didn't know how to address that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but LeBron wasn't built like that, though. T, you know, a nigga like me and you would have stepped up the cuz, but
yeah, exactly, dog.
Built like that.
Gonna get it back to your fucking head.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I would handle that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, I feel like my mom, you know, I should know about my mom getting some, but she should be able to get some. But why you gotta be I'd probably be more mad at my mama, like, dog, like, this my teammate.
Really? Yeah, but you know what the problem is? Gloria James ain't but 12, 13 years older than LeBron. So, you know, some of these other guys that's already 4 or 5 years older than LeBron, she ain't but 7, 8 years older than him.
Yeah, them the homies and shit still.
Shit, I'm 23, 24, you 30, 31. Shit, what's happening?
Oh, man, listen.
True. Man, but still, dog, you should have had the pistol on them ready.
Right. A pistol or a baseball bat or something.
Right, a baseball bat or something. You know,
I still be like, I'd be like, Ma, why? Well, like my teammate though, like why? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like why? Like what I do? What I do? I must have did something. What I do?
Right. Like did I do anything to piss you off? On some real shit, Ma. For real.
Real, man.
Teammate though.
That's crazy. Yeah, that shit is fucked up, man.
That is crazy.
Yeah. But dog, this is just like an illness, bro. It really is a legit illness, fam. Like this shit is just like it's like the vaccine talk we talking about currently as well, dog. Like this shit is getting out of hand, bro.
Listen, man, I say it all the time, man. I compare them niggas to Trump supporters, dad. Like they don't give a fuck about what he do or nothing, dad. They just all about it. You know what I'm saying? We'll argue you down. We'll spit some illogical, non-logical shit at you, dad, just to prove their point, just to defend they mans and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
I said, they gonna defend him like a child gonna defend Santa Claus.
I don't know if it's true or not.
Yep.
I don't know if it's true or not, but can Trump run again?
No,
yeah, he can run again. No, yes, he can. He most definitely can. He only served one term. He can run again for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
I forgot it's 2 terms. I forgot you got to do 2 terms. Yeah. You're right, T. You're right.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, whoever get in office, they're going to suck anyway because they're not going to be for the black people anyway. So
Of course not, dog. Like, if people,
Well, I really don't care, dog. I don't be caring about that shit because I know what they gonna do.
XD about to get on that Malcolm X. You a political chump. You been took. You been had. You been fooled, bamboozled.
Hell yeah.
Hey, listen,
let it straight.
Got 10 videos on. You said what, C-Pen? You turned into a cyborg. C-Pen, what you said? You were turning into a cyborg.
Okay, break it up, bro.
Oh, Lord. Jared Dudley diagnosed with a torn MCL. What he did, hurt it going to get LeBron some cake and something, some donuts. What the hell?
Hey, do y'all see Reggie Jackson get dunked on, man?
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up by Jackson Hayes, man. He shitted on him.
Hey, Rob,
I was surprised.
I got that up as the picture for this video. Go look at it. I got it up.
Yeah, you got that in the thumbnail, dog. He made that the thumbnail.
I got that thumbnail.
Yeah, that don't.
Man, he done turned into the new Brandon Knight, man.
he wishes he was good as Brandon Knight, dog. Are you kidding me?
He wasn't.
Real, like Brandon Knight, he has some discernible skills, dog. I don't know what that nigga's on, man.
Yeah, that dunk was crazy. That dunk was crazy, man.
Man, I don't know why the Clippers still holding on to that, bro, man. I would just cut my lawn.
Resign the nigga, man. Resign the nigga, man. Listen, bro. He gonna be their downfall, man. I keep saying that shit, bro. And that shit, man. You don't even want a nigga like that on your team, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
Him,
right.
Marcus Morris.
He lost a playoff game for him one time. He blew the assignment on defense.
Listen, bro. Nigga, this nigga literally this is the shit that only can happen to like Reggie Jackson, dad. The nigga is literally in this nigga's face, dad. Like literally, dad, nuts in the face, bro.
It was bad.
He literally standing in the Mr. Planner's pose.
Like, oh, I have my nuts in his face and shit. No, this nigga got nuts in his face, bro. God damn. Man.
Well, I gotta say, you know what I'm saying? Look with Jackson Hayes and Reggie Jackson look like the light-skinned brothers took a win today.
Yo, absolutely.
They did on that one. Shit, that nigga dumb.
Y'all got that shit. Oh, wow.
That's your man's. Nigga, you don't understand. When I heard that nigga got traded, dad, it was like a whole weight, dad, just off the beat, dad. You don't even understand, bro.
Oh, we understand, bro. We definitely understand.
You only understand if he played for your team, dad. Trust me, dad.
No. The Magic, we suck, but we don't want him on the team because he'll just make it even worse. I don't know how, but he just would, dog. I don't even want to imagine that shit. Him and Fournier on the same team. Oh God.
That's basketball hell.
Oh God.
Basketball.
Take a double shot for that one.
Dude, I would quit. As a coach, I'd be like, that's all you could afford was 40 and Reggie Jackson. I'm good. Here's my resignation. Here, take it. I'm going. You can take the check back. I can't deal with it.
Listen, he let this nigga get a tech on him and everything, dad. What up,
the tech on him. He looked at him, dog, like a little thing. You little nigga, just tapped his head.
This nigga looks like Sideshow Bob and shit, dad. You know what I'm saying?
You let Sideshow Bob dunk on you. It's over, dog. Your career done, dog. It's just time to hang it up. He need to retire.
I think he's still in his 20s still.
He
Reggie Jackson.
He took off on this nigga. No respect. He took off on this nigga, man. God, dog, man.
You see it, dog? It was vicious, wasn't it?
It was, man.
He said it was, man.
It was. Oh, my God.
Well, guess what? He ain't on your team no more.
No, Dad. So this is just listen, Dad. This nigga literally put this nigga nuts in his face, Dad. Listen, Dad. Golly, man.
I put on some Nat King Cole chestnuts roasting on an open
Oh man!
Oh my gosh, dog.
Nah, he 30 years old, Rob B. He done. Damn.
The rest been done, man. It's to a point now. You wonder how this dude still keep getting jobs. You know what I'm saying?
I don't understand it. See, I don't understand it, bro. He's
Maybe
like Adrian Broner said.
Nuts in his face. You know what I'm saying?
It's like Adrian Broner said. He got cooked. He got cooked.
He got cooked. He got cooked. That nigga is pussy.
With the treasury has no bounds. Like, come on.
I'm just glad I don't have to see that nigga on a night in, night out basis no more. Dad.
I think Reggie Jackson might be the worst player I ever seen in NBA, man. I swear to God.
Man, damn near, man. Listen, he's terrible, Dad. Yeah. Listen.
That nigga's bad, dog. He the reason they lost to Memphis. Him and Kendrick Perkins, they were so terrible.
Fam, I didn't know a Reggie Jackson fan existed till I got on other social media apps, dog. I said, "You a Reggie Jackson fan? How are you still alive?"
Wait a minute.
Even if I like Reggie Jackson, I don't know if I'd admit it.
Reggie Jackson fan?
Yeah, bro.
Hey, C-Pen, they must have turned around and told you, nah, not Reggie Jackson, Randy Jackson from American Idol.
Yeah, right. Nigga Reggie Jackson that used to play for the Yankees.
For the Yankees.
Yeah.
For the Yankees.
Or Randy Jackson from the Jackson 5, you know what I mean?
No, can't be talking about the Clippers player. Can't be talking about him, man.
Yeah,
Randy Jackson, you know what I mean?
Because I'm saying, even if I like Reggie Jackson, I don't think I would admit it, dog.
All right, I would have kept that to myself.
Better not admit it.
The whole nine and shit, just keep it to myself.
Right.
Reggie Jackson fans, what in the haberdashery is going on here? Come on. Tony Baker shit.
Shit crazy, nigga.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, C-Pen. You be running into some characters, bro.
Yeah, today reached his peak, fam. Today reached his peak, dog.
I'm sure.
Yeah, this is pretty bad, man. This is pretty bad.
You said you was on Clubhouse with this shit?
Yeah.
You might need to get off that motherfucker for a while, man.
Oh, yeah, I am. I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That is terrible. Clubhouse. That's the Meek Mill shit, right? The Clubhouse shit.
Yeah, Meek Mill was on there at the beginning, and he was beefing and all that. Yeah.
This nigga out here talking about I took his top off that and got teed for it.
Wow. Shit. That shit was vicious. I saw it live. That's what made it worse. I saw it live. I said, "Oh my God!" And then nigga West gave him a T. I said, nigga, you should have gave him no T. You should have gave a T to Reggie Jackson, dumbass.
Yeah. Like, nigga, you go hit the showers, dad. Just hit the showers, son. I'm gonna toss a nigga for that one, dog.
Yo, that nigga got stuck though. It was so nasty in real time. They already being blown out, and then that
dude jumped outside the box.
Yeah, guy, he took off on this nigga. It was like he seen Reggie Jackson and was just like, I'm about to shit on this nigga. Like, as soon as he seen him, he just like, oh, I'm about to shit on this nigga.
It was ugly, dog. I don't wish that on anybody, but god damn, dog. I was like, damn, Reggie, you couldn't move out the way.
Dumbass taking a charge.
Right.
I think his headband came off too. I'm like, damn,
you are not about to get the charge, bro. You got to move out the way.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's why I say the Clippers ain't gonna do nothing, man. You got Paul George and Reggie Jackson on the same team, man.
And Tyronn Lue, dog. And Tyronn Lue.
Sleepy Lou. Oh god.
Dog, I knew from the beginning. I knew from the beginning it was over, dog. When Lonzo was taking off on their ass, I said, "Oh yeah, it's over." Lonzo going off.
Where the Clippers?
Yeah, somebody.
Lonzo been playing a little better. Lonzo been playing a little better. He trying to get better. You know what I mean? He had a good shooting off.
Man, I'm sorry, dog.
Man, whatever happened to Jello?
That nigga at home eating Jello.
Please room for J-E-L-L-O.
That nigga tearing that Jello up.
Listen, man.
I don't know, Monkel, man. The Pelicans are inconsistent. Like 1 minute y'all look like y'all are there, and then the next minute y'all just lay it.
Yep.
Y'all let the Timberwolves beat y'all.
The Timberwolves.
Y'all should have beat the Timberwolves, dog. Y'all let the Timberwolves beat y'all. They came back and dropped like 40 points on y'all ass in the second half or the fourth quarter or something. They killed y'all. They got y'all out the gym, man.
Listen, man, let them keep winning, dog. I'm going for the worst record in the league right now and shit, man. This is what I'm hoping for.
I want them to win, dog, but I'm tired of picking the Pelicans, dog, every year. These niggas here, they make me. These motherfuckers here, dog. Go ahead.
They young, HD.
Yeah.
They still young, but I want to say about the Timberwolves and Blazers game, dog. Like these back-to-backs this year, I've been seeing mainly splits, dog. Like 95% of these back-to-back matchups have been split, dog. Like each team will win a game in the series.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much how it's gonna go, how it goes, anyways. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I wasn't surprised about Portland losing, honestly.
Portland always do this every year. They're a good regular season team. That's all they are.
That's it.
They're a great regular season team. When they get to the playoffs, they're gonna get bounced, dog. I mean, they just are. Like they don't have nobody.
Everybody know that. I mean, they've been the Blazers for so long, man. Like ever since Bill Walton led them to the chip, dog. Like they've always been going home eventually.
No, well, I mean, but these niggas is some idiots, though. That's why they be getting.
Yeah, they're really dumb. Yeah,
like that.
Really I mean, they backcourt can't guard anybody. They backcourt always
can't guard nobody, and plus they will literally shoot themselves out the game if they got a big ass lead. Like
every game, they
shoot the damn game. I'm like, what is wrong with these niggas, man?
Yep.
My thing is their team is the thing is this, they don't move the ball enough to me. Like they're always one-on-one, or if they go stagnant, Dame is trying to shoot 30-foot jumpers and shit from the logo. It's like, dog.
You are not Steph Curry, bro.
Right.
Stop it, please.
Right.
I mean, it's like, you know, they'll give the ball to, you know, there's never, you're right, there's never no cohesion in the offense. It's like 4 minutes, the first 4 minutes they'll let Dame take all the shots, then they'll let CJ take all the shots. You know what I'm saying? Like it's no kind of like it's no kind of fluidity to their offense. You know what I'm saying? It's just one-on-one ball.
Yeah, so your turn, my turn kind of offense, basically. And like with Dame shooting long three-pointers, he's been doing that since college, but at the same time, I would definitely like Portland to move the ball a little more. But I mean, I feel like they just plateaued, man. I mean, this is good as gonna get for them. Like Western response is gonna be their peak, and that's it.
C-Pen, just like Reginald Lee Jr. said here, Dame scores too much and needs to put up his assists. He needs to bring it up. And that's what he needs to do. He needs to take less shots. Sometimes taking less doesn't mean bad. It just means that you're trying to win. And you got to be the floor general. You're the leader of the team, dog. Sometimes you got to sacrifice those 30-foot jumpers.
Right. And that's what it, to me, that's what it is. You need to take better shots.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, Dame is the kind of player, he can get any kind of shot he wants. He's that good.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
Good. He can get any kind of shot he wants.
Right.
But he takes like the dumbest shots ever. You know what I'm saying? It's just like whatever.
It's not even needed at the same time, dog. It's not even freaking needed.
Yeah.
It's like what Trae Young's going through in Atlanta right now. Because I said, you know what? I think Trae Young got to adjust his game. He may have to try to dish out some more assists, distribute the ball a little more.
Yeah. But I mean, that's not being a scoring guard. That's fine. You know, it's about he can find himself falling to them same shots. You know what I'm saying? Taking them stupid long shots. You know what I'm saying?
Isaiah was a scoring guard, but Isaiah knew when to take shots and when to give it to his teammates.
Yep.
So
and when to take that shit to the hole when your shot is not falling, and let yourself get some rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Build rhythm. You know what I'm saying?
That's what Iverson used to do too. Iverson used to go to the hole a lot when his shot was off, because Iverson would have games where he was shooting bad. But see, what people fail to realize, Iverson could finish like as good as any of the big guards in the league. So Dame has to switch up his mindset and how he played teams, because when you get to the playoffs, all that junk gonna be out the window. The way they playoff seeding looking. In the West, though, you got to deal with the Jazz, the Suns, the Clippers, the Nuggets. The Nuggets are getting hot, and then you got the Spurs, Mavs, Warriors, and Grizzlies, and then the Pelicans. They right outside the playing game. So you got to play tough, dog. It's like Charles Barkley said yesterday. The day before yesterday, man, you got to play. You can't be messing around now.
Yeah.
So
Jamal Murray, he hasn't had the best season, but I believe him enough. He's a playoff performer.
Yeah,
all his skyrocket in playoffs. They all skyrocket in playoffs every year.
Yeah, that's what Jamal do though. But I know what Jamal is. Jamal is a solid number 2. He's gonna give you what a number 2 does. Like, he'll have a game where he's hot, then he'll be cold. So that's just what he's gonna be. But when the playoffs start, I do agree. He's gonna show out. He's gonna hit shots from everywhere.
Yeah, he's gonna rise to the occasion.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, but we went over this last year too, dog. Like during the bubble, that bubble makes some of these cats better than what they really are, honestly.
True. That's correct.
I mean, Tyler Hero, he's had an all-right year, but he ain't going off like how he was in the bubble. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Jamal. But here's the thing: Murray did it the year before too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Jamal Murray, his numbers go up in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
He might be like Rondo. He might just during the regular season cruise control. When he gets to the playoffs, he in overdrive.
Yep.
He might be.
Some people perform better in the pressure cooker, dad.
It's like Eli Manning, dog. Eli sucked during the season, but when he get in the playoffs, that retarded Down syndrome baby ball out. He do. He ball out. The boy 8-4 in the playoffs.
Right. Oh man. Yeah.
It's just some people built like that, dog. Like Lynn Swan and Starworth in the day for the Steelers. They got to the playoffs. They turned into monsters. It was like, damn.
You're right.
Man, once we go off, man, bro. Once we go off the air, I really gotta show y'all that freaking video, dog. It's hilarious, man.
Oh snap! We can go off now. Shoot, we're like 3 hours in.
It's hilarious, bro.